It's a dark night.
All right. Hey, welcome everybody to another Video Boxing Podcast, broadcasting to you live from the True North. It's a good friend, Mr. BDA. You know what time it is. It's Open Lines Friday. That means anybody can join. Anybody can join. Anybody can make it through the door. But can you handle what's on the other side? Only a select few can actually handle what we've got cooking here. And let me tell you something. There's a lot cooking. We just had the Canelo Triple G rubber match press conference. We got a heck of a card tomorrow. And many more things to come, fellas. But before we get down to the fun, you know the drill. Don't forget, if you want to donate to the cause, you can certainly do so with the Super Chat feature. But it's always better that you donate via the membership program. That way you get a little bit more bang for your buck. Special emojis, badges, the whole shebang. The most important thing is you can do to like, subscribe, spread that BDA gospel, alright? I cannot walk on the true path of the Crimson Cross alone. I will not do it alone. In any event, we're going to be opening up the Discord very, very soon. But before we do that, shout out to everybody in the chat here. We've got Menoa, Larry Liston, El Pinche Punch, Angry Mexican, Rafael Garza, Larry Liston. Shout out to Rafael, by the way. SSC, Pugilism, ARP13, The Quags. Shout out to The Quags. Carlos Mendoza, Soothsayer in the house as well. Super Sardonic, Mark T. And many more people to come. I'm sure, fellas, thank you for joining us. You know the drill. It's Open Lines Friday. What that means is you get to join the show. Let me show you how this works. If you haven't joined Discord, takes less than 2 minutes. All you got to do is create an account. It's going to ask you for a username, password, boom, you're in. So what you do is you're going to head on over to this Friday room. I'm going to actually put the invite, and it's going to be open lines, and it's going to be first come, first serve. There's 13 spots. Actually, I'm going to downgrade that to 10 spots just to start off. And then we'll see. But for the moment, 10 spots. So just click on the invite that I'm going to post on the in the chat here, and you'll be good to go. All right. We're going to be talking about today. The subject is who is the fighter of the year? Who's the most likely to be fighter of the year? Because we're already 6 months into the year. Pretty soon, 7, by the way. It's the 24th of June. So before you know it, time's going to fly by, and we're going to have to decide who's the fighter of the year is. Now, since we're in the middle of it now, and we've already had some of the top fighters accomplish one or two things, I think we can speculate here. Maybe place a little wager, if you want, about who is most likely to get fighter of the year. Now, I've got the list here of the most likely culprits. You got Beterbiev, you got Stephen Fulton, you got Chocolatito, number 3 there, Terence Crawford, Naoya Inoue, Bivol, Golovkin, Usyk, Errol Spence, Shakur Stevenson, Jermell Charlo, and Anthony Joshua. Now, I didn't include Tyson Fury because I thought, wait a minute, this guy says he's retired, which I disbelieve, by the way. I think he's still active, and he's looking for a better price if he wants to take on the winner of Usyk Joshua. So I started thinking, well, wait a minute. If he beats the winner of Usyk Joshua, that means he would have beaten Dillian White in convincing fashion. And then let's say he beats Usyk or Joshua. That's fighter of the year material right there. But since he claims to be retired, I cannot in good faith put him in there. All right. Now, Usyk, I put him in there because you never know if he beats Joshua in convincing fashion. He's fighting. He's a heavyweight because he weighs more than 200 pounds. But in this era of 6 feet 5 inch tall, 250-pound guys, that would be quite an accomplishment indeed. I didn't put Devin Haney in there because beating Kambosos twice, that's really not fighter of the year material. But this list is not conclusive, all right? It is not definitive. If you want to add somebody, I'll add them rather. But I don't know where I'm going to put them since I already mapped this out this way. But in any event, it's not, like I said, it's not a definitive list. But I do have to give points to the style in how you win a fight. So backfoot bitches, I take points away from them. That's just my standard. You guys could have yours. You might be fans of backfoot bitches. That's the style you like. Maybe, but we'll work it in. We'll see. In any event, let me join the chat here. So you guys see here, right? The Discord. All you got to do is once I send you the invite and you're in the room, click on the speaker icon here. See that speaker icon? And boom, you would be in. The fuck is this? Hold on a second. Let me send the invite here. And then I'll get you in there. Shout out to Michael Poe for jumping in as well. Michael Poe, for some reason, I think he's been saying that we have a problem with him. I don't know what you're talking about, Michael Poe. I don't have a problem with you. But somebody told me that you were talking about us having a problem with you, that there's no problem, man. Now, hopefully you don't have a problem with us, by the way. Always appreciate you dropping by. Hey, I'm at PvP's already here. How did you get the invite, by the way?
I joined the Discord a long time ago.
Fuck. Okay, so that means anybody can actually join in. I'm going to have to take care of that. All right. All right. Shout out to you, Amak. Thank you for dropping by. Always good to have you on board here. Let's talk about it.
Sorry about that, man. I didn't know that.
No, that's okay. That's good. Don't worry about it. That's my mistake here. I thought it was I thought that the invite died after a couple of hours. But in any event, listen. Oh, we got a Logical Man dropping by as well. Logical Man, have you been joined or have you talked to fucking Boom Boom Guy lately or?
Nah, he's been ducking me hard, man. You know, we haven't had this discussion yet. I don't know what's going on with him, with Fighter Spirit, Boom Boom, and what's the other guy, Fight Scout or whatever. I want all the smoke, but too logical for him, too good for him. They don't want smoke, so that's how it is.
Yeah.
Thanks for feelings. Remember this.
Yeah, you're right. And I've been a little bit lazy with the Second Renaissance because I posted a video last week and I haven't done any lives. I gotta get back to that, man. It's just I gotta organize myself better here. Hey, shout out to Carlos Mendoza for contribution to the super chat. Shout out to Carlos. He says Inoue Fighter of the Year when he becomes undisputed. Whoa, all right. Well, we'll see, man. We'll see. All right, fellas, let me share the screen with you here so that you guys can see the table here. Hold on a second. Share my screen.
I like the new symbol BD8 with the wings. That looks fucking nice.
Yeah, man. Thank you. I mean, it's not the new symbol, but it's just a more fascist symbol we've got here because we're starting to put our knees on the back of people's necks right now, man. It's time to stop being nice.
We need a swastika.
Okay, now come on. I didn't say a fucking swastika, you maniac. All right, so we got Logical Man, we got Suser, we got MMA Champ, we got Anderson Aldo, Amak PvP. Hopefully more people to come. All right, fellas, can you see the screen that I'm sharing here with you?
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right.
Yes.
So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding little circles here. See, every time somebody, if let's say Anderson says Inoue is most likely to be Fighter of the Year, that would mean one person right there. And then if it's two people, two circles, and so on and so forth. All right, fellas, good enough for you?
That looks nice.
All right. So who wants to start? Who wants to predict who's more likely to be Fighter of the Year?
I would say probably Usyk. Usyk. If he goes undisputed again, definitely for sure.
Can you pull up that thing again? It just dipped off the screen.
All right.
Can I go next?
Well, hold on. We gotta keep it. We'll go slowly here. But okay, so Amak, you said Usyk. That being said, can you give? He'll most likely only fight once this year, right? Or are you?
I thought he already fought again. He's going to be fighting a sec. I thought he. No.
He's about to fight AJ next.
Yeah,
that's coming up soon.
Well, it's a bit of a long shot, right?
He fought this year, so I stand corrected.
Right, it's a bit of a long shot, right? If he beats Joshua, and maybe they can squeeze in a Fury fight in December, November. It's possible.
To be fair, I mean, how many of these guys are going to be fighting like 2 times this year?
It's a good point.
All the top guys usually do that now.
Yeah.
All right. So who wants to? Okay. Well, you know what? Amak, do you still want to go with that, or you want to change it?
No, I want to change it. I thought he fought this year. I stand corrected.
How dare you? All right. Well, go ahead. Who else do you want?
It went off screen again, by the way.
Yeah, I know. But oh shit, you're right. I gotta keep it there all the time. All right, go ahead, Amak. Who you want to go with? Fighter of the Year.
Fighter of the Year this year?
You want to take a little bit of a break, Amak, and want me to go somebody else, or?
Yeah, let me take a break because I mean I am thinking right off the bat maybe because Haney or I hate to say it, Spence Jr.
Spence Jr.
Only
now
because
that's the thing,
a lot more bouts right now.
That's the thing. Spence, if he fights Crawford and beats him, that means he would have beaten Ugas and then Crawford for all the marbles. But is that fight going to happen? The Crawford fight? What's the likelihood that happens as well?
Yeah, well, I mean, he's made the excuse for years. You know, I posted the video that he was gonna duck. So I don't know, man. That's why it's kind of hard to put Spence Jr. there, knowing the fact that if he would have fought Crawford before getting those 3 belts, he most likely would have lost his belts.
All right. So anybody? So who you gonna go with, man? You gotta make a choice.
I don't know. Let me think about it.
All right. Before we continue on with the list here, shout out to Brown Gun for his contribution. But the super chat says Canelo will always be fighter the UBDA. No seas un cuna. No, but listen, I didn't put. Shout out to Brown Gun. I didn't put Canelo because, I mean, let's say he knocks out Golovkin. He still got a loss. He's working off a loss. So I don't see any way, unless, you know what? Unless he beats Golovkin and somehow he fights Bivol in December, which is cutting it close schedule-wise. And maybe, but it's a long shot for old Nello, man. I don't see it happening for him.
It can happen, BDA. It can happen.
Do you believe in miracles, LT?
I think Triple G could.
What if he
time?
knocks out Triple G and then fights what's his name, the fat
Bivol?
Mexican in his division? No,
Absurdo.
Benavidez. Yeah, there you go.
No, but you're right. No, but
What if he
BDA
knocks
is
him
right,
out?
bro.
168.
I know.
But BDA
What if
is
he
right,
knocks
bro.
him out?
Like, it's a little, you know what?
Well, he knocks out Triple
Give
G.
other fighters a chance, bro. BDA, bro,
I'm
it's
saying,
time to give,
is that
like,
the
you know
path for
what?
him to also get Fighter of the Year? If he knocks out Triple G and Benavidez, would that be worthy?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, I can't dispute
That's what
that,
I'm
bro.
saying.
Honestly,
That's
that'd
what
be
I'm
good.
saying.
Yeah.
Unless, you know, you got Usyk who goes undisputed or Crawford. I mean, yeah, that's a really good point that you made.
It all depends on Crawford or Usyk, bro. That really depends on, bro, because those are bigger accomplishments when you think about it. You know, Usyk went up, 20-something pounds to fight the heavyweight number one, got the belts. You know, there's more respect. You know, I don't see Nui really going up like 20 pounds to fight nobody that's, top of the line with all the belts and doing that, just being honest. Usyk did something extraordinary and very, very good accomplishment, man.
For sure. Can I say one thing about Spence and Crawford?
No,
Yes,
you
please.
can't, bro. That's no. We're not over that shit here, bro. They need to get in a fight, bro. We're not gonna advertise them for free. Fuck that shit.
No, I'm
Yo,
not going to
fucking dead.
advertise it, but I was going to say this. I think Fighter of the Year would only be worthy of Spence rather than Crawford, because Spence, if he were to beat Crawford, that would be more impressive in my opinion.
Hell yeah, I'll give you that.
Oh, the year, because he has another fight this year.
He did beat Ugas, though, this year. It was
he
this
beat
year, right?
Ugas.
Yeah, he beat Ugas. So.
Spence is obviously lower on the pound-for-pound list than Crawford, right? So most people would probably favor Crawford, so he'd be winning as an underdog, right?
Yeah, well, I would favor based on style, but yeah,
But
that's me.
most people,
Well,
right?
the Spence is man down. He ain't done shit. No man down, nobody. So it might be an even odds, so Spence might be up. That man down bullshit. So hey,
I mean, he does have a more stacked resume than Crawford does.
4-7. Yeah, 4-7 for sure.
way better. Hey, can I ask you? I don't know. I'm trying to make sure. Hey, Crawford is a 2-division world champion, undisputed, right?
Crawford is
No, just one
different
undisputed at 140.
So one undisputed, another division champion. Okay.
Yeah.
well, he's a 3-division champ, right?
Yeah, there you go. That's how.
Titleist.
three
I should say titleist.
3-division undisputed.
Titleist.
Shit.
Titleist. I should say titleist.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go ahead and say fucking champion.
Okay,
But,
now I see why he's on. Okay, I was wondering why he was so high up there. Well, shit, that's goddamn impressive.
Yeah, he beat Gamboa when Gamboa was Gamboa.
Yeah, Gamboa was actually, that dude. There wasn't no excuses for that one.
Yeah, and he was the first undisputed champ since, what's his name, Jermaine Taylor, B-Hop. So
Shit.
that's another reason why he's so high up there now.
So y'all educated me, man, because I had no idea. I kept thinking why people saying this, but I'm like, fuck, he did all that. I mean, I see why he's so high on pound for pound. He's top 3. Fuck, that's pretty good.
Yeah, but 147, his run is definitely weak, man. Got to be honest. And 140 wasn't a great division when he became undisputed, to be honest.
Well,
So there
to
are
be
some-
fair to Crawford, he was one fight away, and DOG ducked him to move up. People forget that.
DOG.
But what I mean by DOG, it's not DSG because Swip is not his name. His middle name is Oscar.
The fuck are you talking about?
Yeah,
He's talking about Danny
Oscar Garcia.
Saying that Danny ducked
Oh
Crawford.
yeah,
Yeah,
fuck
he
yeah.
did
Danny
duck him
been
at.
running like a
Yo,
mother.
Danny did duck him at 140.
Nah, yeah,
People
yeah,
forget
he did.
about that.
Danny been running, man.
Yeah, I mean that sucks for him, but that doesn't like give him credit. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he's only as good as what he has done.
All right, now I'm trying to work out the chat here. Okay. Shout out to Michael Poe for his contribution with the super chat. Shout out to Michael, and he says, not mad at you guys. I don't know who said that. I said I've been watching shows on corruption lately, and I want one of the membership cards. That's all. Oh, okay, good. The misunderstanding then on my part, Michael. Shout out to you. And we don't have any membership cards, but we always appreciate you dropping by. And if you want to join the membership, that you get emojis and badges, special emojis and badges. In fact, let me post one of the emojis here. How the fuck do you do that anyway? I'm supposed to be able to.
It's your channel, man.
Are you talking about
It's your
Discord?
fucking channel,
No.
BDA. How are you gonna ask us?
In the chat. Anyway, forget it. Shout out to Michael Poe. Really appreciate it, man. All right, anybody else, man? And don't forget to hit the like, fellas. Hit the like. Really helps us out. And don't forget, if you want to jump on the panel, give us your choice for Fighter of the Year. Make sure to do that right now. Somebody go. Let's put the fucking list up here again. Let's go.
I got a Fighter of the Year.
Okay. I have another person we gonna put up there, but everyone's gonna hate it.
Yeah,
Haney?
go ahead.
Nah, bro.
Yeah, he
Fuck
won
outta
3
here.
bouts, bro.
If he
Let's
beats
not
Loma.
forget.
If he beats Loma, maybe.
Nah, don't even fucking say that, bro. That ain't happening.
Yeah, well, I mean, who else am I gonna put up there, man?
Okay, I got somebody. You don't like, right? Nobody likes back foot bitches, bro. What's
That's
the
right.
opposite of that? Fucking Beterbiev, right?
Uh-huh.
Beterbiev always turned it up, man. He's a fucking Wolverine. He always gives you what you want. He brings you the fucking knockouts. What is it? 100% knockout
Yeah.
ratio.
100%, baby.
I got one for
How
you,
is
man.
that
I
not-
got one for you.
How is that?
I have another
Go
one.
into it. Go
But
into
hold
it.
on. Before we continue on that, okay, so then let's go with Soothsayer. Soothsayer is saying Beterbiev. There we go. We've got one for Beterbiev. That's Soothsayer.
Yeah.
Just to let you know, my
I got
pick is gonna be worth 10 picks. So I'm just putting it out there.
All
All right.
right.
But all right,
right.
Soothsayer is Beterbiev. There we go. Okay, LT wanted to go next. LT, you want to go next?
Yeah, man, I got one for you, man. I got Bam Rodriguez, bro.
Oh.
Like in 2 week notice, he stepped up and fought fucking Cuadras, bro. And then on his fucking like the first defense title, bro, he's fighting fucking Rhombicide, bro. What a fucking fighter that is, bro. Like he said, bro, he could have like fought whichever, you know what I mean? On his fucking on his hometown, he could have fought like a dude selling papas like fucking Devin Haney did when he was in Mexican fighting in Mexico, bro. Nah, man, this guy stepped up to the plate, bro, and he's owning it, man. He's proving. So for a Fighter of the Year, man, wow, bro. Fuck, he's fucking young as fuck, bro, and bro, like he is really like showing to the new crop of fighters. You know what I mean? What's the tempo? That's the bar they should fucking raise for themselves right there.
Hey, speaking
and I
of,
wanna add-
hold on, real quick.
wanna
Speaking of Bam Rodriguez, check this fucking photo out of him from boxing scene. He looks like a Jehovah's Witness. He looks like he's about to knock on somebody's door and go, "Hey, have you heard the good news?" But go ahead, Sutzer. What are you gonna say?
I just want to add to what LT said, man. Go ahead and put fucking Robert Garcia up there as trainer of the fucking year as well. Man.
Oh,
Fuck no.
Yeah.
How?
Anybody trainer of the year needs to be Derek James, bro. Come on, bro. 2 unified, 1 undisputed. Come on, bro.
Even
Be
AJ
real.
knew. Yeah, AJ knew. He's got Bam, bro. He just keeps adding wins to his fucking gym.
Is
He's on
Robert
fire, bro.
AJ into something and AJ wins that? Yeah, man, no lie. Robert Garcia, bro, #1 trainer of the year, because that's going to be a huge task right there.
Yeah, I agree, Logical Man, for sure. He's definitely got especially if Errol Spence can get undisputed. You got 2 undisputed champs in one gym. That's a great resume right there.
But just having undisputed and unified is impressive too. But what I respect for AJ doing is that because he's from UK, so they think logically and see things. I like how he went to Robert Garcia to find out, hey, this is a style I need instead of going off. A lot of people, like a lot of black fighters that could go to these Mexican coaches, like I say, they can get a lot of better movements, because sometimes they can be used for that style and really good with that style if they just go work with them, mix it up.
yeah, man.
Bro,
Yeah.
well, bro, I got a little like, what if Triple G beats Canelo, bro, knocks him out, bro. Would that be a fighter of the year right there, bro?
LT, come on.
You know what I mean? Hey,
Bro.
man, I'm just, what if? You know what I mean?
I mean,
Wait,
it will
here's
be
the thing, though.
undisputed.
Here's the thing. Wait, who's gonna disagree? if Father Time has caught up with Triple G.
Nobody.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
caught up with him, but to what extent? I mean, he knocked out Ryota Murata. I mean, this guy's 40 years old and still out willing and out hustling these younger guys. If he beats Triple G, I mean, if he beats Canelo, hey, that's a win over an undefeated Murata. Sorry, not undefeated, against Murata, who's a power puncher and a tough contender, and then against Canelo. Although, again, if you want to look at it from this perspective, that would be a Canelo who's coming off a loss. So does that take a little luster off Canelo there? A Canelo win?
He's still
Nah.
undisputed at 60.
He looked like a midget at 175.
He would be a unified champ at 160 and an undisputed at 168. That's a great end to the year.
Yeah, that's a good retirement plan.
Okay, so anybody want to go with anyone on a pick Golovkin? You think it's likely he beats Canelo and gets Fighter of the Year?
He's not
I
beating
think-
Canelo.
No.
I think Canelo beats Triple G legit this time.
Yeah, Canelo gonna beat
Yeah.
that ass, man. He's gonna whoop ass. But it was funny how Triple G was like, he's talking like it's personal, but what happened 4 years ago? That was funny as fuck. Y'all seen that post?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Canelo was
That
pretty
was funny.
pissed at him. Canelo was pretty pissed at him. He kept saying, "Oh, he acts like a nice guy, but he's an asshole." And I'm thinking, I don't know if I seem to see Golovkin pretty respectful, but he does look like a fucking psycho. Because this is the guy that used to get into street fights when he was a kid, a gosh darn kid. Hey, who's got? I can hear myself in the background. Please mute your mics, fellas. Please mute your mics. I'm not gonna say it again. I'm gonna have to get. I'm telling you, I'm gonna have to put my knee on the back of someone's neck here. All right, don't make me do it. Don't make me do it. All right, what the fuck? I lost my train of thought. Anyway, who else wants to go? Go ahead, you guys. It's your show.
Oh, man, so look, man, Golovkin needs to help Canelo to sell the fight, bro. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
He needs to help him. You saw Canelo rubbing his face like this motherfucker, bro. Fuck, help me sell this shit. Triple G, if you're listening out there, man, help Canelo sell this shit, bro. Prove the LDBC wrong. Prove them wrong. That this fight is really the biggest fight. So talk your shit to Triple G. Talk your shit. Maybe spit on Canelo. Whatever the fuck gets you going on, bro. Just do it. Sell the fight.
LT, let me tell you, what about what Furioso's been saying that Ryan Garcia versus Tank Davis would actually be the biggest fight in boxing right now?
I totally disagree with him, bro.
All right.
Oh, fuck no.
Who the fuck knows who the fuck Ryan is, and who the fuck knows who the fuck Tank is?
Hey,
On the world level perspective, bro. You know what I mean?
Right,
I mean,
but
they know Ryan as a TikToker, bro, but that's.
I understand what you're saying, LT, but I think you're missing the fact that Ryan Garcia has a Gatorade sponsorship, so he's gonna get the Gatorade people. He's got the homosexual audience. He's got the homosexual audience. Who else can get the homosexual audience? I'm telling you, it's a bigger fight than people think. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I want to know what's the percentage of people that actually buy those fights from the LGBT community.
Exactly. LGBT don't buy shit. They just, clap and applause.
Yeah, I think they're worse than LGBTC. If you ask
Yo,
me.
what was good, BDA?
What's up, man?
Anybody got any thoughts on tomorrow's fight and Bam Rodriguez?
Well, hold on. We're talking about something else here, fella. What we're doing is, and hopefully you can click on the screen I'm sharing here, because we're speculating on who Fighter of the Year is going to be. And, well, actually, you mentioned Jesse Bam Rodriguez for tomorrow's fight. LT believes that Jesse Bam Rodriguez stands a good chance of becoming Fighter of the Year because if he beats Cistro Sorong Visay, that means he would have beaten Quadras, Sorong Visay tomorrow, and then maybe a third fight before the year is over and against a competent contender or maybe a champion. What do you think there, Zero Cool? Do you think Bam Rodriguez stands a good chance of becoming Fighter of the Year?
I'm not sure about Fighter of the Year, to be honest.
Oh.
I really like Inoue, how he's doing, but then you never know what's going to happen if Spence and Crawford do end up fighting. That could be another great fight. So You know, it's really tough to me right now. I would say whoever's most active.
All right. Well, listen, I got the list here. We got Beterbiev, we got Stephen Fulton, we got Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez, Terence Crawford, Inoue, Bivol,
Hey,
Golovkin, Usyk, hold on, Spence, Stevenson, Charlo, Jermel Charlo, and Joshua. Who would you pick there, Zero Cool?
Hey, you forgot Bam, bro.
I know. Well, I wrote it down. I wrote it down so we don't forget it.
Well, I was personally at the Charlo Castaño too, you know, so I'm a little bit biased, you know, because it was a great environment.
fuck does that mean?
But you have, but obviously you have,
That was a good fight. You goofy.
you have a new way that did pretty good. But honestly, I like how Fulton fought Ramon, and you know, I really think he could be the next undisputed fighter as well. At I believe he's at flyweight at 122.
Okay, so you tell me, man. Who do you think is going to be the fighter of the year at the end of the year?
Nah, bro, the fight of the year, bro, is definitely Canelo versus Triple G, bro.
No, fighter of the year.
Fighter.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure.
All right. I'll give you time to think.
I would say
Get
Charlo.
off, dude. Get off.
Yo, Sutser's pissed today, man. Hey, shout out to Rafael Garza for his contribution with the super chat. He says Canelo at 175 and at 23 years old was being a daredevil a la Evil Knievel. Oh, that's true. That's true. Motherfucker was taking risks at that age, and he wasn't being a back foot bitch. He very easily could have been a back foot bitch. He's got the style to do it, but he doesn't do that. He chooses to go for action. So shout out to Rafael. Yes, please. Somebody was gonna go. Yeah.
Can you take Spence and Crawford off of that fucking list? Because look, everything is hanging on their fight, right? The speculation that they're gonna fight. They're
That's
not
true.
gonna fucking fight. Why are they even? You know it's not gonna happen.
That's a good point. So okay, so if I left it up to you, Sutser, which I would never do, by the way, but if I left it up to you, who would you replace those two guys with?
I don't know. I got to think about that.
All right, I'll give you some options. Okay, I could put Fury in there. I could put Devin Haney in there. If he fights Lomachenko and beats him, obviously. Who else? Fuck. Hold on, let me see my list here. I got a list of fighters here. Anybody else have any suggestions?
I say Fury, and based on the same reasons that you put Spence and Crawford, Fury's not going to retire, right? So put him up there.
All right. So you think Fury's a better win than Ugas? I mean, you think White's a better win than Ugas?
The Ugas win was terrible. How can you be happy with that?
I'm talking about like the caliber of the fighter. I'm not talking about the entertainment value.
Yeah, they didn't do shit, bro. They were. Ugas went there to sacrifice himself. He was going to sacrifice.
I don't want to hear any
and Spence
conspiracy rituals.
Spence take it. Did Spence take it? What did
Stevenson
Spence
has
do?
been making a name though.
Yeah, but we're taking points away from back foot bitches. That style. I mean, when you compare it to guys like Inoue, Jermel Charlo, well, he was a little bit of a back foot bitch, a little bit in that fight. But when you get guys like them scoring stoppages, Beterbiev scoring stoppages, and then you have guys like Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney, and they're not even trying to go for a stoppage. I mean, you got to take points away too, right?
Yeah, it's substance, right, BD? Like you said. What did you think of the way he fought Ugas? What did you think?
Oh, that was fantastic. That's what I want to see. I want to see a guy destroy another fella. I want to see action. I want to see body shots.
I mean, can you say Fury destroyed White? I mean, I can agree with that, but
yeah.
It was a terrible fight prior to the knockout, but
It was. But you know what, though? Would you guys say that, I mean, I don't know, White and Ugas, I think they're comparable. They're both contenders. They got a couple of losses here and there.
I think I want to say this, right? No one really has stood out this year. As of right now, no one's really sticking out to me. I don't know if you guys agree, but all these guys with one great fight could be that guy. Like Usyk, if he beats AJ and then somehow gets that Fury fight before the end of the year, he's the man. If Spence can get the Crawford fight or Crawford, they can beat each other, they're the man, right?
Right.
All these guys, the door is wide open right now.
Anderson, would you not agree though? for Beterbiev like last 3 or 2.
Are you cutting
Kinda
off, Soothsayer?
lagging. I don't know if that's me or not.
Yeah,
but
Soothsayer, you're cutting off, man.
Discord, he's
Everybody's
getting
been saying,
packet loss from
he's old,
Discord.
he's old, he doesn't have it. And look what he's been doing.
So say, repeat that real quick.
All right,
He's
am I
not good.
coming in clear now?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
I just look at it like, Aldo said nobody stood out, but to me, Beterbiev stands out with the simple fact that for the last 2-3 fights, everybody's been saying, oh, he's old now. He's over the mountain. He doesn't have that killer in him. And he's been a fucking killer every fight.
May I introduce another name? I forgot. I don't have the picture here. Sebastian Fundora. He beat the crap out of Lubin. What if something happens with the PBC and by some miracle they give us the fight we want and they make Fundora Charlo and he beats the crap out of Charlo? That's a win over Lubin, a win over Charlo. That's fighter of the year material right there.
Absolutely.
Maybe circus of the year.
What'd you say?
Nah, bro.
So maybe circus of the year.
Circus of the year. All right, we got speaking of circus, we got a clown here. That's what we've got with that opinion there. Hey, by the way, I don't know. Is this the real?
There's a difference. There's a difference in freak shows because like Giant Fernandez. Okay, in Pride fighting, he was a fucking freak show. He sucked. Fundora's not that, bro. Fundora's got the fucking goods.
He's
It was just a
proven.
joke. It was a joke about the giraffe. No.
Hey, hold on. We got Wad Repet jumping in. I don't know if that's the real Wad Rep. Is that you, man?
Yeah, it is. It's me. Salute to BDA. Salute to Soothsayer.
Órale, pura gente del señor Repe. Pura gente del señor Repe.
Shout out to Wad Repet for dropping by, man. What's up? Hey, listen, we're talking about who's more likely to be fighter of the year. This is not a comprehensive list. I can still add more names. But who, out of the list here that I'm sharing here, who do you think is most likely to be fighter of the year?
So we can we have Bam Rodriguez on there?
Absolutely. LT added him.
Yeah, that's how I would have, and we could even add to that list. I like the Fondura list. He is basically a killer. He's probably the best fighter at 154 pounds. We could add him. Does he need to be a champion? Does he need to be a champion or someone who's crowned a proclaimed champion?
As long as they're beating good top contenders and champions and beating them, styles are worth points too. No, we take away points for back foot bitching over here.
Oh, nice. Then we can throw Ryan Garcia in there too. Ryan Garcia, after he knocks out Fortuna, is the best. He'll be the best 135-pound, better than Haney, because we can remember Haney ducked Fortuna. So if they're saying that Haney's the greatest or whatever the fuck he is, he's not. He ducked Fortuna, so Ryan Garcia is above him. So I guess we could put him as fighter.
Haney dunked Fortuna. Where's the proof of that? Because I thought Haney won it for Fortuna. Fortuna didn't dunk him. So I don't know.
No, he didn't.
How can you duck somebody? Like, JoJo beat Fortuna and you fight JoJo. Just think about that logically. How can you duck someone that doesn't make sense?
What do you mean doesn't make sense? He ducked him. His dad said $20,000 and the guy ducked him, bro. By the way, Bill Haney, you're a scumbag. You're a scumbag, a faggot, and you owe me $1,000. You're a fucking crip and you're a piece of shit. Anybody who backs Devin Haney, he's a fucking fruitcake, and you like shirtless black men running around and fucking all that gay shit, dude. That's all I got. And if you're backing him, you're a fucking faggot yourself too.
There you go. That's a heck of an opinion right there, man. Let me tell you right now.
I don't know, man. I hate to say it, but it sounds like you're coming from a sensitive perspective. Anyways, though.
Shout out to Slugger Sam.
You agree with that, right, BDA?
Hold on. Shout out to Slugger Sam for his contribution to the super chat. And he says, Tyson is not the youngest heavyweight. Berbick got robbed. What's he talking about? Tyson, not the youngest heavyweight. Berbick. Is he saying Berbick got robbed against Tyson? Anyway, shout out to Slugger Sam. And shout out to Wakandan Tax Collector. Wakandan Tax Collector for super. What's that?
Who's the incel who said sensitive? The one that sounded like he's in a fucking basement getting touched by fucking Big
Yeah, who said that? It's Open Lights Friday, fellas. It's Open Lights Friday. Anybody can get it. You gotta go at it if somebody calls you out.
BDA.
So, SSC
BDA,
dropping by. What's up, man?
I'm at work, man. I just wanted to drop, I think, my fighter of the year.
Oh, go ahead, please.
Want to say what's up to you, BDA, And my boy War Rabbit, what's up, War Rabbit?
Salute to SSE, bro.
Hey,
Oh shit! I thought it was Gonzalo's brother.
I think nah, bro. I think it's still kind of early to pick fighter of the year, but in any case, I think if Bam wins tomorrow, I think he should be fighter of the year, bro.
All right, that's three people then. Three people. We got Wad Rapid, we got LT, and now we got SEC saying, "Look at this, Bam Rodriguez with his Jehovah's Witness attire, and he's got the WBC belt. I think the prospects are looking good for him. But he has to beat Sorong Visay tomorrow, fellas. What do you think about that? Do you think that that's going to happen?"
Well, hey, how you doing, BDA? I agree with LT. If he takes out this kid in the same fashion, if he stops him too, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard pressed not to say Bam Rodriguez, because at the level of competition, and that's twice. If he fights a third time and takes somebody out, he's gonna get mine just for fighting three times. Never mind the competition. But right now, as far as the champion stopping somebody in devastating fashion, I go with the best stoppage was best win for me is Inoue so far, because he just went out there and demolished Donaire in 2 rounds.
I gotta tell you, man, the only thing I'll say about Jesse Bam Rodriguez is I understand if he wants to go the decision. He's a southpaw, he's a mover, but he's gonna have to stay fighting top opposition, because I don't like seeing a guy like Bam Rodriguez take on a dude that I know going in on paper is gonna be a decision win for him. I want him to consistently take on the best. I'm talking Sorong Visay, which is a good start. Chocolatito next. Maybe a guy like Ray Martinez if he moves back up. Who else am I talking about here? Estrada, maybe Ioka. I mean, these are the fights we want to watch. I don't want to see him fight some guy from Nicaragua with 5 losses on his record, and I know he's going to box circles around him. That's my thing, and hopefully he has to stay high caliber. And again, for the people out there that are saying it's too early for fight of the year, fellas, we're speculating here about who it's going to be, depending on what they do between here and December 31st. Real quick, before we continue, shout out to Slugger Sam for his contribution with the Super Chat. Shout out to Slugger Sam. He says, Broner got robbed against Pac-Man. Broner, a legend. All right, now Slugger Sam's starting to test my patience here. Now he's starting to test my patience with some of his takes. The fuck? Broner got robbed against Pac-Man. But Slugger, if you jump on the panel, man, I want to hear what the heck you're smoking today. Broner got robbed.
He's paying money to spam you.
Hey, did you guys... Yeah, he's paying money to spam. Did you guys hear about Broner begging Mayweather to help him out? He was panhandling, essentially.
Was he? Is he faking it, or is that real? Is he faking it, or is he just a ploy to not pay the tax collector? Is he faking his being broke, or is that real?
You know what? That's a good question. Jimmy, you got any insight on this?
No, last I heard about him and his finances were the judge told him to have $800,000 or he was going to go away. That was a few months back. I don't know what happened. I don't know if they, put it off much, but I know that's when he went, public and saying that he wants his money from Heyman because, doesn't want no more deferments.
I mean, I got to tell you, it's a sad state of affairs.
Of his person.
It's a sad state of affairs, man. Adrian Broner was the darling of the PBC at one point, touted to be the next Mayweather. And now look at him. He's being wheeled around in a wheelchair. He can't walk. He's out of money. I mean, what's going on with Adrian Broner? And more importantly, what's going on with the PBC that they don't take care of their fighters? Just chew him up and spit him out.
It's called being a buffoon, man. They paid that guy a lot of money, man. He just spit it all, did dumb stuff, got sued a lot. That's on him. He just a moron and lost his income.
But wasn't the PBC supposed to change the game? Weren't there about the fighters?
They did change the game. They paid these guys to fight, mall cops and dishwashers, dishwater people, people that wash the dishes and shit. Paid $1 million. They changed the game, man.
That's right. They changed it for the worst. Check this out. This is a video. Look at and they're all videos from the people that are trying to gossip. Adrian Broner asks Mayweather for help. Another video. I need you, big bro. Adrian Broner tells Floyd Mayweather. I mean, what's going on with this fella?
Can I go in on Mayweather? Actually, Broner and Tank were having a fight because what ended up happening, they were having a love affair between all three of them. Broner, it's a true shit. You guys can go look it up. I don't know if you. I don't want to say anything, but I did a whole thing on this. My bad. I don't want. You know, what I mean, it's one of those. I did a video basically of Adrian Broner mad and saying, "Yo, fucking Tank, get the fuck away from Mayweather. I know he's touching you," and it's real shit. 100%. He says he's touching you. He's touching you and shit like that. And it's real things. He's getting touched. Like I said, Tank was taken by Floyd Mayweather at age of 17 on a fucking private ship. He was getting touched all over the place. And then Broner was jealous because you guys have already seen the fucking footage or in the film of him making out with fucking Tank Davis in a backroom shed somewhere, guys. It's real. So it's a love triangle going of fucking Ray, and that's what's happening there.
It's real, yeah.
Let me show you. I know there's. Listen, it's open lines.
I have the proof.
It's open lines Friday, so I hope there's no kids watching. But we got the proof here. Nobody's making shit up. Check this out. Again, viewer discretion is advised, fellas. If you're eating or if you're averse to watching this type of shenanigans, I suggest you don't watch this. But check this out.
There it is, bro.
Oh.
Look at it.
It is, man.
Some black on black crime there.
I mean, it looks like I'm watching HBO, you know, or watching Oz again. Look at that.
Called homie love is what they call it. They call it homie love.
Homie love. Yeah. Homo thug love. Look at that.
Fucking
Damn, he loves that shit.
Hey, PDA, what do you
Look at
think
his
about
face. He's
Josh
smiling.
Taylor facing Zepeda instead of Catterall again?
But hold on. Is this? Because I'm curious here. Is that like autoerotic asphyxiation going on here?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I know that's called the rear naked choke, but you know, I think he doesn't have to be naked, but yes, she does it though.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's asphyxiation right there. It's one of those things that people, you guys probably get laid like I do, right? Get laid a lot, and
Absolutely.
Some women when they say choke me, baby, they say choke me, baby, right? That's what it looks like, right? That's what looks happening right there. Saying choke me.
You can tell Adrian swings the other way because if you watch when he fought Madonna, he was trying to like do his sort of ghetto gay shit there, but Madonna said, "No, I'm Argentinian. I don't swing that way, bitch." And just knocked the shit out of him, didn't he?
That's
Didn't
right.
he hump him back?
Yeah.
Actually, they're both gay.
I mean, listen.
Apparently,
yeah.
Broner, who's the giver, I think Broner's the giver. He's the giver, so he's the one giving him the homie.
But BJ, what I can't understand on the pictures you were showing.
You want me to show him again?
The boxer of Fight of the Year, sorry. Why the hell are you even showing AJ? That's what I don't get. The guy got the shit kicked out of him by fucking Usyk. He's probably going to get shit kicked out of him again. And I don't know why he's on there. You put him on there, but not, let's say, Lomachenko, who at least had 2 decent fights after he lost to Tia.
What were we saying? Sorry about that, what?
You heard what I said about AJ.
Oh my god, what's going on here? Hold on a second. I gotta stop this, man. You were saying about Lomachenko. Why do I have AJ there? I mean, it's a list, man. You guys tell me who you want on the list, and I'll put them on there.
Like, I understand if AJ beat Usyk last time, but he didn't. He got the fuck kicked out of him. So I don't understand how he's up on the list.
All right, well, listen. If he beats Usyk, and then if he beats Fury, that's fighter of the year right there, man. Was that?
No.
Yeah, I think Tyson Fury should be up there as well. I mean,
he's retired.
White was he was stacking his resume, so we can't deny that.
All right, well, we can put Fury in there. I also put Ryan Garcia there due to popular demand. There he is.
I think
Tank.
You know, instead of suggesting extra people, I'm just going to pick one. I'm going to pick Usyk because given everyone takes their biggest fight, Usyk will be the most impressive if he beats AJ in a rematch and then beats Fury, all while like 20 to like 30 pounds lighter than all these guys and being like the smallest guy in the division and becoming undisputed. That's the most impressive guy that could possibly be that year. Make sure.
I mean,
no one else.
I think the white wins
will be more
a better
impressive.
win than beating AJ a second time. He already beat him.
No.
He beat him last year.
Yeah, but this time he's fighting AJ's backyard.
And plus,
it don't matter. It don't matter if he's in the backyard, front yard, side of the yard. He's still gonna beat him.
You're very confident
White
in
ain't
that.
shit. White ain't shit. So like,
What do you mean White ain't shit? He was stacking his resume.
Yeah, he was.
And then Wilder was ducking him.
those guys suck.
All right. Well, listen. Aldo went with Usyk. I think it's if he beats Joshua again, it's impressive because he's beating a bigger guy in there. You'll seldom find anybody on this list that's going to be doing that, unless of course Canelo can beat Bivol in a rematch. But again, it's schedule-wise, Canelo's is in trouble, man, because he's got a fight in September, and then he would have to.
You really only have one fight. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's
Can
over for Canelo.
That's why.
ban everybody. Can we ban everybody from the PBC because they only fight once a year and they're scumbags? To be honest, they don't even fight multiple times a year. So why have them on the list? They don't even fight. None of them fight times a year.
In my opinion, if Triple G obviously beat Murata, if he beats Canelo, but had Canelo beaten Bivol, then I would say that's fight for the year. But because Canelo unfortunately lost to Bivol, that will take the shine off him, I reckon.
So you're saying Bivol fucked it up for everybody?
I want to say fuck. He opened it up because otherwise Canelo would have just ran away with it again.
All right. So, who would
you can't chastise people who actually trying to dare to be great and jump weights. They're not just fucking staying their own weights like Spence, for example, who just.
Yeah, but that's what people are doing. That's what people are doing with Canelo. They're saying, he lost.
Bitches are doing that. Real men are stepping up to the plate and say, hey, I know you're bigger than me, but I'm going to fucking try and take you down.
There you go, man. Shout out to Rafael Garza for his contribution with the super chat. He says Ryan Garcia is la sombra de Juan Gabriel. That's right. Well, actually,
an all-time great. An all-time great.
There you go, an all-time great, man. Hey, listen, shout out to Rafael Garza for his contribution with the super chat. We got Puro Sur dropping by. Puro Sur, are you there?
What's up, BA? What's going on?
What's up, man? Thank you for dropping by, man. Listen, we're speculating here about who is going to be fighter of the year. We're trying to predict the future a little bit here. So who, based on the list I got here, and again, it's not a comprehensive list, but who do you think has the best chances of becoming fighter of the year?
Let me see. Of scheduled fights?
Or potentially scheduled fights, yeah.
Oh, it's a tough one. And potentially scheduled fights?
Yeah.
Shit, man. I don't know, actually. I haven't thought about it.
All right. Jimmy, how about you, man? Have you given this any thought? All right. Jimmy is there we go.
What's that?
Have you given it any thought? Who would you say is going to be the fighter of the year?
What, the fighter of the year?
Yeah.
Well, like I said, if I don't know, man, depends on the performances, man. But if Bam puts on a good performance, that's two guys he took on that, if he beats, that's pretty impressive. And if he even fights, like you said, a third time this year, for me, he would be my fighter of the year just because of the number of fights and the level of competition. Nobody else is doing it right now. And it could have been Crawford and Spence could have been involved with that. But again, my question still is, who's representing Bud? Who's his management?
That's right. Well, that's the other thing then. There's again another fucking rumor. This fight, it's all rumors every fucking week. Crawford and Spence supposedly they've hit a snag in negotiations. That's if they're even negotiating, and because supposedly one fighter wants a rematch clause and the other does not. Now you got to consider who the source is. The source is some black guy on Twitter.
Oh fuck!
I don't know who it is, but it's and the reason why I bring up race is because I see a lot of black guys on Twitter saying they got sources. And that there's some sort of subset of people on Twitter for some reason. They gotta be black and they claim to have sources. And
when they say sources, they mean barbecue sauce.
No, okay, come on, what the fuck?
They say sources, they're just trying to predict the future, man, honestly. With that gypsy magic,
They're manifesting. That's what it's called. They're manifesting.
Hey, speak it, believe it, achieve it, man.
Want.
Speak it, believe it, achieve it. That's what I say. I mean, yeah, but that fight, I mean, we keep talking about it every week. Oh, the fight's going to happen. It's going to happen. I hear it's for October.
If it doesn't happen this year, what will happen? Do you think they might just say, fuck it, one might say I'm going up to a different division now?
I think that's what's going to happen. I think, listen, as time goes by, neither guy is having an easier time making weight. So Crawford claims he walks around at 175. We've already seen Spence with tits on when he's at his farm and not training. Who knows how much he weighs outside the ring? He claimed.
How old are they?
Crawford's going to be 35, and Spence is about what 31, 32. But Spence is a drinker, and he might be dabbling in other stuff too. So that might be taking years away from his career. You never know. PEDs can only take you so far.
Oh.
Yeah, he's 32.
There you go.
Is it possible Berta Biev, if he fights whoever he fights, Anthony Yarde, whoever in September, if he fights Anthony Yarde, October, I was going to say, is it possible he could fight Bivol before the end of the year? But that's going to be no. He's not going to do that, then, is it? So no, forget what I just said. I thought potentially he might fight Bivol by the end of the year. And that could be fight for the year for having 2-3 fights. But no,
if he fights and beats Bivol, he would have a very strong case for being fighter of the year.
It won't
be undisputed too.
It won't be this year though.
No, you don't think so? It's going to be Yarde.
Well, if he fights Yarde in October, he's not going to fight, and that's end of October, not in beginning end. He ain't going to fight people then in 2 months, is he? I'll be shocked.
Is Yarde?
There's also been talks about Inoue versus Juan Francisco Estrada.
Well, that's why I put Inoue in there, and that's why I also put Chocolatito in there, because Chocolatito already beat Ray Martinez. So if he were to fight Cuadras before the end of the year, that's a heck of a resume right there. Taking the
what about if Inoue fights that English guy? I know he's not very good, but hear me out. And he gets undisputed, and Fulton beats the other guy for undisputed, and they got undisputed at 118 versus 122 for all the marbles.
Inoue already said he's not going to 122 anytime soon. He said it right after.
I didn't know that, man. I didn't know he said that.
I think that Fulton will be either of whoever wins tomorrow's unified match. I still believe Steve Fulton will he'll school them and become undisputed.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's a big if here for Inoue, but I think if he just fights Butler and that's it. It's nah. I don't care about that. I don't care if he gets all the belts off Butler. It's not a big accomplishment. Was that?
Yeah, but I mean, listen. If he beats Butler and Fulton was undisputed 122, I mean, listen. I don't know. I would have thought 4 pounds is a massive difference. Listen, I might be wrong. Don't get wrong. But you're not going from light heavyweight to cruiserweight. That's a big jump. What's fucking 4 pounds, man? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but for these guys, 4 pounds is a lot, man. It might not seem like it, but it's a lot.
They're little.
They're small guys out there, man. You're talking about 118. This is a very small guy.
You're talking about people that are barely not midgets.
But hang on, wait. But you say that Canelo's 5'7", and he was man enough to go to 175. Not like these punk ass bitches who fucking walk around at 180, 190, and they say, "Oh no, man, I've got to fight 135, 140 because I'm a grainy faggot." You know what I mean? So what are you talking about?
I mean,
a lot of people don't dare to be great, and that's the whole problem. A lot of people want to keep the O or as little as possible losses. That's why.
Man, they can take it in the ass, man. You know what I mean? That's all the O's good for.
That's right.
It's framed too, because if you think about it, Inoue is actually taller than Tank Davis. He's a legit 5'5.5", I believe. So, you know what I mean? It's all about frame size. But when you're talking 4 pounds at that size, 4 pounds, think about the percentage of weight, right? 4% of 4 pounds, and if it's 118. Actually, if you do it that way and say it's light heavyweight, and that 3 pounds, but that's at 175 or whatever it is, 7 pounds. So it's all figured out pretty much the same. It is a big difference because you're fighting. It's all about, because it's not what the actual weight you're fighting. It's the guys. Remember, it's guys probably 2 weight classes above what that should be in, but they're able to manipulate it because of the day before weigh-in. So you end up fighting guys who are 5'7", 5'8". I mean, look at Fundora. That dude's fucking 7'9". The motherfucker's fighting at 154. I mean, if it was same day weighing, he wouldn't be able to do it. But
are you saying Tank Davis is? Are you saying
140?
Well, are you saying Tank Davis is legitimately midget? Is that what you're trying to get at there, Jimmy?
No. He ain't got little hands, man. They gotta have little hands and bowed legs and shit. No, I believe honestly, I think it's 4'11" and under.
Somebody told me, and again,
small. Little people, I think midgets now supposed to be.
Somebody told me.
He might be an overgrown midget, bro.
Yeah, that's what it might be. Yeah, because I was gonna say I heard a rumor, and it's just a rumor, but I heard somebody that I know shook his hand, and he was surprised at how his hand was engulfing Tank Davis's hand. And then he said he looked down at Tank Davis's feet, and he said he had, and I quote, little bitch feet. He said Tank Davis has little bitch feet. So I said, whoa. I mean,
yeah, he's a little guy, man. Yeah, he's a little dude. He's only like 5'4" and a half, 5'5". He just he's a little tank though. You know, he's got a thick neck and shit. But I mean, you just look at his proportions. He's proportionally right. He's just small. You know, midgets, man, they tend to have that fucking extra large cranium and bowed legs and all kinds of other shit going on.
They can take
you got to respect him for fighting between 130 to 140. You know what I'm saying? And still doing a good job. I can't knock him for that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Hey guys, what if Stevenson takes on Gutierrez for his WBA? Would you guys consider him fighter of the year?
Who wants to take that one?
You know I wouldn't, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Neither would I.
I was thinking about him too, but yeah, I don't think that's good enough win. But that's just me.
Yeah, Stevenson's like massively overrated. He's a hype job. He's fighting Conceição, obviously.
Yeah, calm down.
Man, come on, dude. You don't really believe Stevenson's a hype job, do you?
Dude, he bullied Valdez. Like, man.
Hold on. Let What Rapid break it down.
Let What Rapid break it down. You know that Stevenson lacks tools, bro. He lacks tools. He doesn't have power. He can't fight on the inside. But with his limited ability, he gets wins by running and hugging and throwing pot shots. So, you know, he reminds me of Cornelius Bunridge. He reminds me of Cornelius Bunridge. You know, he's one of these. He's gifted because he's black. He's gifted fights because he's a black man in America. That's really why he gets his championships. Think about this. What champion ends up fighting? Wait. What champion ends up fighting a bum like Conceição, who Valdez thoroughly annihilated? So his next fight after fighting a championship fight is fighting a bum like Conceição, who was annihilated by Valdez. So that's a champion. That's a bum.
He's blasting me, bro. This
Aaron's a bum. Aaron's a bum. And we all know what happened with Valdez. Valdez threw the fight. Shakur's an overrated hype job. If you like him, flip up shirtless man, and you're probably a homosexual closeted black man.
Someone's projecting right now, but whatever.
This is the Mexican version of LGBT. You guys are hearing from right now.
Hey,
the
it's Open
Mexican
Lives
version
Friday,
of
man.
LGBT, my God.
Agreed.
It's Open Lives Friday, man.
This the version of LGBT. Oh, fuck you talking about? What the fuck is the LDBC?
What the fuck you are? That's what you are. But you're the Mexican version.
What the fuck you are? What the fuck you are?
Hey, shout out to
Where you from?
Your mama house.
Oh.
Your mama house. Your mama house.
You got from your mama. Yeah, I can look.
You from your mama house.
I feel like I'm in elementary school again. Holy shit.
I love me eating his ass. That's the way you sound.
Of who the fuck is that guy? Play that, because who the fuck is this?
Who the fuck is this? You say that? Who the fuck is this?
All right, hold on. Let me interject here real quick.
You sound like Ronald McDonald with the fucking afro.
Oh, wait a minute. Now that's all right. Hold on a second. Before we continue,
doesn't he kind of already have an afro? It's just red.
Yeah, he already does, bro. He tried to pun with that, but I was like, nah.
I don't know how that was funny. I'm so confused.
All right, shout out to Wakandan Tax Collector for his contribution to the Super Chat. He says, sources from the hood said Davis is a unique hobbit. He's a hobbit with strong legs, though, Wakandan. Shout out to Wakandan Tax Collector. Hey, listen.
Wait, a unique hobbit? Or
look. Gary Coleman was a hobbit, man. Come on now, boys.
Well, listen, I want to get back to the Shakur Stevenson thing because I'm going to put the list here up again here. Look, you get Shakur Stevenson. I want to see what he does against Conceição because apparently that fight's being worked on. And look, Conceição is a good fighter. He arguably beat Valdez before Shakur Stevenson got to him. And
he did.
Yeah,
right.
That's true. That's a good point.
Hey, Rob, go fight on that.
Right. But I have to reiterate my point here. If Shakur Stevenson beats him, and he should, because he's the favorite, right? He's supposed to be the next Floyd Mayweather and all that. I'm gonna wait and see what Beterbiev does, what Stephen Fulton does, what Chocolatito, what all these other guys, because I don't, like I said, I gotta take points away from back foot bitches. If he just takes a step back and butt shots and hugs and butt shots and hugs, can we really give him fight of the year for beating Valdez, who arguably lost his last fight?
No.
Is there any
Especially when they're against it is because it's against the rules. Clinching is against the rules.
There you go.
Is there any black fighter now that actually fights proper now, like like Mike Tyson? Does anybody do that nowadays, or is it everything's now running fucking backwards now?
Well, we got Errol
Used to
Spence.
running.
Maybe 54 They're used to running because they're traumatized from their
we got
ancient
Spence Jr., we got Crawford.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Yeah, Crawford. Keyshawn Davis too. He's a tough dude, and I'd also, and then then 150. I mean, at 147, the kid from Gary Shaw's fighter. I can't remember his name right now, but
Okay, but he's but let's talk about pound for pound here. Errol Spence is the guy that's doing it correctly. I mean, Jermell Charlo, you could say, because he got the stoppage, even though there was a point where he was clinching out of nowhere. I didn't like that, but at the end of the day, he got the result. Errol Spence is really the only one, and Errol Spence is because he was training with Mexicans. I hate to bring up the Mexican thing, but that might have something to do with it. I mean,
that's true though, man. Like a lot of these black fighters train with Mexican coaches, bro. Like especially in Houston, like down here, we get along so much and communicate so well. I just don't understand why more black fighters don't do it, bro. Because this shit would really make them better. Like that shit is crazy to me. I don't understand it. When I used to box, I trained with Mexicans, and that shit made me better because they had that pressure on my ass. I had to learn how to, hit them, stay in the pocket. But it makes you tougher. Just plain facts. And that running shit is fine.
it's also parts of the country, or what used to really be that like that. I mean, you knew if you got a black dude from Philadelphia, they just had a culture of being tough dudes. I mean, they came to fight. They weren't. You didn't have to find them. Put it that way. You know what I mean? That's how it used to be.
They're not hungry. They're not hungry.
Yeah, exactly.
They're all rich. They're all paid. They all get government assistance. They all have carpet in their house. They all have running water. They're all rich boys. Shakur Stevenson, a rich boy. Earl Spence, a rich boy with two parents. Didn't grow up in the hood. Devin Haney, a rich kid. These guys aren't hood. These guys aren't gangsters. And you know what? They're never gonna fight an exciting style because their fan base doesn't force them. Their fan base says, "Shakur, you're great. I love you. I love you just running." They're not forced. They don't have to fight. They don't have to do anything. They don't earn anything. These guys don't earn anything in life. All they do is get given shit. They're all horrible fighters. They're given everything. They don't have to go into a war. Everything's given to them. Nothing is earned. Everything is given to them and nothing is earned. That's why that's the deal that's going on right now. That's the deal that's going on right now.
The guy's talking with the mental illness. He has a good point, but not completely with the Spence thing. Because a lot of these people, they are, live in, closed in areas. A lot of these motherfuckers, I came out the mud, but you had Jordans and screen TVs. That's not coming out the mud. You was pampered little bitch that watched rap and became gangster. So I give him a thing on that. But when it comes
this
to
man right here, this man who's speaking in hip hop, finally gets what I'm saying. So you're speaking in hip hop. Yo, you know what I mean? Thank you for fucking the translation. I don't know if you're using a translator. I guess the hip hop finally got in your fucking brain.
I don't understand what you're saying, bro. I speak English.
I'll talk in JT gibberish. For now, I'm talking JT gibberish to understand everything. You will
take medication, man. Relax, dude. Take your medication, dude. Come on, man.
Well, at least you guys
I think coaching has a lot to do with it.
At least
I'm gonna speak in hip hop and I'm gonna speak in Tupac lines for you now in the future. Now that I know that you're all hip hop and fucking all this other shit.
Well, at least you guys agreed on something. At least we found some common ground. Let me tell you, I forgot to mention Terence Crawford. Lately, he has been pressuring guys a little bit more, a little bit against Crawford, against what's his name, Sean Porter. He had to fight off the back for a little bit, but at the end he got the win. So that's another guy that's been fighting a little bit more aggressively. But look, I have to be adamant about this. If you want to be pound for pound top 3 consistently on there year after year with a fan base, you got to give us something to look forward to. It can't just be, hey, let me stay on the back foot and one shot at a time, one shot at a time, and barking while they do it, and then holding on top of that. Listen, there's levels in boxing, and then there's levels in pound for pound as well.
If you want to move,
he also has a Mexican coach, by the way.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, if you want to move back, at least do like Sugar Ray Leonard or bloody what's his name, Colonel Whitaker. That I don't mind because they didn't move back. They stood there, moved back with one step, countered. Not like just keep running backwards. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, is Jamel Charlo still gonna fight Tim Tszyu or whatever his name is?
Apparently,
I heard that was ordered, bro. That was ordered. I hope they do. It'll be a good fight.
Yeah, that's a good fight. You know, he's a top 5 in that division.
Like, people were trying to talk shit about Tim Tszyu about, he had to struggle with this one guy, but that, like, people don't even know boxing like that. That one guy actually was a solid fighter, bro. And Tim Tszyu was a lot of pressure. The dude is fucking strong, man. He's a big dude. That'd be a good fight. Just think about that, man. That'd be a great fight.
Mel kills him.
Hey, shout out to Iceman, who says, what rapid. All right, shout out to Iceman, big fan of What Rapid there. And check out What Rapid's channel, by the way. What Rapid's channel, keeping it 100% over there, fighting the war. We're on the front lines every day, and he's keeping it real over there as well. Shout out to a highly entertaining show.
All these mental cases with these channels, this is insane.
Oh, come on. Logical man's got it in for him now, man. We got ourselves an Open Lines Friday here.
Some kind of background check for these guys to have channels or something, some kind of mental evaluation, man. These people are insane.
All right,
I think coaching has a lot to do with why they clinch so much.
It's for people. I mean, it's for people who didn't grow up in the jungle, people who didn't grow up in a hip hop community, people who didn't grow up on basically having a fatherless home, that type of shit. Yeah, you know, it's gonna be wild if you didn't grow up with the fucking.
Obviously, don't know who I am. Hey, okay,
I'm just saying,
PDA. Let's set up a 1-on-1. Let's do it.
And then your meal is McDonald's every day.
Is he gonna run away like, you know?
It might sound crazy,
he gonna run.
Fried chicken every day. You know what I mean? So check it out. Check out the channel if you grew up with the fucking and you know what? Salute to all the single mothers, for reals, because you know there's single mothers out there doing a lot of stuff, but you know we got a lot of illiterate pieces of shits out here who are fucking grew up with the father.
You know,
like this.
The worst
I have
thing
to
is
disagree with that one. Sorry,
the worst thing is
BDA. This guy doesn't know who I am, bro. This is insane. He's speaking on things that he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Well, listen. I think you guys, Logical Man and What Rapid, I think you guys have a lot more in common than you think, and I think you would actually.
Yeah, What Rapid has a mental illness. You know, he probably deals in only his feelings. You know, when it comes to a certain thing he talk about, if I come back with him with facts, he'll tell me I'm wrong, I'm biased. But it's something, man, I can and cannot relate with. I only relate with real men that deal in facts, not feelings.
I can't relate to you because you're on medication and your mother's taking the same medication after I give her fucking anal sex and I put my finger in her pussy. Yeah.
Okay.
You see, he's just copying what I said, and he's a degenerate and talking about anal. You see the two different intellectual minds here. He's talking about anal sex and this mental stuff, and I already told him he was mental. He just copied what I said. You guys see the pattern here? This guy's obviously off his meds.
I agree with you, man. He's coming at an ad hominem approach. Yeah, fuck that.
He's coming at an ad hominem.
God.
I'm a fucking smart guy. I think I'm smart. I'm gonna say
I mean, that'd be a different conversation.
I'm a moron. I'm a moron and a homosexual, but I'm using the word ad hominem, and I think I'm a smart motherfucker. That's the way you sound like.
You guys wonder why.
You're like projecting over there, man. You got
fucking illiterate piece of shit, for reals. You
I'm
sound like
illiterate.
an idiot. Stop using words to make yourself sound like you're smart. You're not smart, dude.
Did you see this guy?
Yo, I can't change how you feel, man. That's how you feel.
You can't have a straight dialogue.
I know you're a moron. You just take it like support.
What's Rapid?
You actually have a debate. BDA, or is this guy just going to be weird the entire time?
Well, let me say this. It's Open Lines Friday. It's Open Lines Friday. People can go at each other whenever they want. Now, Logical Man, I gotta say though, I know you'll get into it with everybody. You're not afraid of anybody, but you don't spread yourself too thin here. Because you've got, who did you say you had to go up against?
Boom Boom? Yeah, I got too much beef. No, but Fighter Spirit, he said that we're good. Don't worry about it. He see my channel. He knows what I'm about. Fight Scalp, he was just a troll, I found out. And then Boom Boom, Side Baby, he just, I don't know, he just went AIMA. I don't know what happened to him, dude.
All right, well, we'll see what happens.
I don't need any support from anybody. I don't need any fucking comfort and fucking support like your dumbass. So I'm happy the way I am right now, and I'm happy on this channel right now. And you know what? I'm happy that I'm on board with BDA out here, and I get to school these illiterate bastards on this panel right here, other than Poodle. Yeah, and Suits here. But yeah, these guys are illiterate and they're fucking morons. And yeah, salute to everybody having a great day today, because I'm having one.
I want to see Reese versus old ass Ortiz.
You seem to have high blood pressure right now.
Yeah, I want you guys to remember this. Please, you guys listen. I want you guys to remember this guy talking. What is Rapid? I want us to have a debate, a civil dialogue, and we can do this. But let's see what he's going to do. He's going to call me, monkey, the N-word. He'll talk about government assistance, but not actually have a real talk, because that's what these people do. They speak on insults.
It's called detour and deflection is what it is, man. Like, just ignore him, bro.
Who's these people, and what? Why don't you just say the word nigger, bro? Like, is that the type of person you can't even?
You see exactly what I mean? These are what these people do, you guys. So we have to separate.
You're so illiterate that you're fucking tongue-tie yourself.
All right. Well, listen. I'm at a loss. Listen. I'm at a loss. I don't even know how this started.
BDA, these LGBTQ channels will chop up what this moron is saying, what is Rapid, and say, see, this is why we can't go on there. He talking to a black man like this and saying the N-words. And this is why we can never get anywhere in society. These people like, what is Rapid? They talk too much. The man that actually have a job and work and move on society, they don't speak like this guy all day.
Are you a black man?
That's why BLM and
are you a black man?
LGBT can pick out these guys right here and make it seem like it's everyone, but it's not everyone.
Are you a black man? Are you a black man?
No, I'm Mexican French. How about that?
No, wait a minute. That's you talking about me. What the fuck?
That's all I wanted to know. So stop being a crybaby. You know what I mean? And you do sound like a cuck. I'm not gonna lie, you do sound like a cuck out here with the word.
I'm over there. Hey, just remember, I'm gonna sound like a cuck. I'm going to
sound like a cuck.
What is Rapid? And after you back to boxing, you guys are going to prove to you guys what's Rapid.
Learn how to read.
All right. Well, listen. I gotta jump in here. I'll let you guys go at it. I think it was quite productive. And listen, Logical Man, once you get done with Boom Boom, if we can find him, if we can find Boom Boom, because every time you show up, Logical Man, he seems to go MIA. You have to actually catch him on the phone when he. All right, so
bro, he doesn't want it. He does not speak on. He doesn't want none a part of me.
All right, and by the way, for people that are saying,
he seems like a real intelligent individual, and I think we're going to have a great one-on-one dialogue. So let's set it up.
Well, listen,
and we're going to come with facts.
You've got a preview there of what it would look like. And by the way, some people are saying, oh, What Rapid's being too rough, blah, blah, blah. That's What Rapid style. This is Open Lines Friday. You don't have to like it, but it is the format we've got on Open Lines Friday. Anybody can come here and speak their mind for the most part. All right, fellas? Now, by the way, Blue Collar Sports TV says BDA is actually just French living in Paris. The whole True North line is a psyop. Now, first of all, that's fake news right there, man. That's fake news. I'm not French. I just live in a place where there's French people. That doesn't make me French. And hold on a second. Who was I going to give a shout out to? Rex. Oh, Rex. Shout out to Rex for his contribution via the Super Chat. He says, CCD, we in here. All right. Shout out to Rex. And by the way, let me just clarify something here. What Rapid, you're part of the CCD crew, right? That's a hashtag you use. How come there's a guy here? How come there's a guy saying hashtag CCD Rapid channel, he says, is the saddest channel on YouTube?
Yeah, that's a fake troll account. We obviously have a lot of troll accounts, mostly black, angry, racist men. The CCD stands for anti-racism, calling out racism. You know, and usually black, angry, racist men tend to attack me. I don't know why. They're usually black, they're usually angry, they're usually guys who, like this man right here said about LDBC, like I don't know what that is. These guys are racist. Don't people know I'm Mexican? I can't be racist. I'm literally all colors. I was born of all colors. You know, that's why I'm not afraid to
be racist.
We're all colors. All colors. So I cannot be racist.
Oh my gosh, here we go. Trolling at its finest.
All right.
It's like the black guy saying,
I agree Mexicans can be racist.
Yeah, I can't be racist. I'm all colors.
You could be fucking racist.
Hey, listen, Amok, you might laugh, but
What are you? What are you?
Please.
Amok, you might laugh.
I'm fucking mixed.
All right.
I'm a mutt.
That's your fault, right? That's your fault.
It's not my fault. It's not my fault. I didn't choose to be a mutt. What do you mean?
And I don't say nothing racist to nobody, brother.
All right. Listen. I want to. It's Open Lives. It's open line Fridays, but we got to move on a little bit from the race talk and stick to a little bit of boxing here because we're gonna get to the bottom of the hour here. I just want to give a shout out to Carl Hunter Hansen, Carl the Aussie. You see, he's got a croc there, and he says SBG. We in here. All right, now I'm confused. What the fuck is the SBG? Anyone know?
No questions you just don't ask, BDA.
You're right, Pudo. What's wrong with me? I shouldn't have asked, man. But shout out to Carl for his contribution to the super chat. All right, listen, let's get back to a little bit of boxing here. Fucking Elena
BDA, I was going to ask you about the question that I asked you earlier. What do you think about Josh facing Spada and instead of Catterall?
Let me say that something real quick about that, Zero Cool. Fucking, I hate that move, man. I mean, I like the fact that he's going after him, but you can tell Josh Taylor's shook because after the fight, he said, "Oh, I'll give him a rematch at 147." So he's blaming making 140 for his crappy performance. Now, after he's feeling the heat from everybody making fun of him, he goes, "Well, I'll do it at 140." But Zero Cool. Doesn't he have to make it past Cepeda first?
Yeah, he has to fight him first, and then. But that's what I was saying. Like, instead of taking the immediate rematch, he's going versus Zepeda.
Well, what do you guys think?
He can even do that.
Which is going to beat the living shit out of him.
Yeah, Zepeda might beat his ass, dude. Like that's a tough fight.
Josh does not want welterweight. He gets knocked out by the top 5. He should stay at 140. Period.
I mean, let's talk about the stylistic matchup here. Catterall gave Josh Taylor a very hard fight. Cepeda has underrated power. And he's a southpaw on top of that, like Catterall. So he's a southpaw, but he seems to hit harder. And I know a lot of people were saying after the fight, well, it's because, Catterall was doing a lot of clinching, which he was. Let's face the facts. But I didn't see the clinching snapping Josh Taylor's head back all over the place. Those were the left hands from Catterall. So I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, maybe this is a bit of a hard spot here, a hard fight for Josh Taylor, Cepeda. Maybe Cepeda finally gets the big win. What do you guys think?
Well, BD, with Taylor, I think he didn't take that kid serious enough. Mm-hmm. And you're 100% right. He's definitely shook. Just in the decisions he's making, some of the things he's saying. He needs a confidence builder. And I think that's why, even though Cepeda might even be a tougher out, like you said, especially at 140, I think it's not that dude. I think he needs to get his confidence back before taking on that kid who beat him.
Interesting, man. Interesting. Yeah, I think...
He's not undisputed anymore.
No, that's the other thing.
He got stripped.
And everybody loves the undisputed thing. Everyone loves the 4 belts, which, by the way, undisputed, let me just reiterate, undisputed means there's no dispute. So it doesn't really have much to do with the belts. If you beat the best... Yes.
Also, I never realized that it takes like 3% pay each belt. So if you've got 4 belts, that's 12% of your pay going to those people.
Well, isn't that what they said? Devin Haney, apparently he had to pay how much? I think 6 figures for all the fucking belts that he's got on him. Imagine if he dumped the belts.
It'll cost him $500,000 at least.
Holy shit! My goodness gracious!
Oh yeah, minimum. If it was against Lomachenko, it'd be closer to $1 million.
Bro, that's insane. That's like somebody's purse, bro. That's crazy.
But they're going to be looking at it as he's getting that much more because of his status. But it is right. I'm not siding with them criminals. I'm just saying benefit has, membership has its benefits too, but there's just as much negatives. But that's the reason why they do it.
They're getting overpaid. It ain't an issue. They get overpaid. It's not. They're not losing money like that. So.
Well, you look at when Floyd Mayweather fought. Was it Pacquiao and I can't remember who the other person is, and Conor McGregor, and they got these special WBC belts that with diamonds encrusted in it, and that worth $1 million just the belts that Floyd won 2 of them. So the WBC looked after him in that sense.
Shout out to
they
Dennis.
give the special occasions.
Shout out to Dennis F for his contribution to the super chat. He says you really give them a lot of rope to hang themselves. I don't know what he's talking about there. Oh, is he talking about the panelists? Well, listen, I let people talk, man. This is Open Lines Friday. This is the panelist show. Real quick, before I let you. Shout out to Slugger Sam for his contribution to Super Chat. He says, Slugger Sam, the boxing engineer. The boxing engineer. He says, #SBG, we in the building. We are all worldwide with it. All right, somebody's got to explain to me what the fuck this SBG thing is. It's starting to creep me out a little bit, and I'm getting paranoid.
That must work for Top Rank. Just saying.
Oh, or maybe the PVC. You're right, Poodle. You're right. Gotta watch your back, man. Who knows what the fuck is going on there? All right, so shout out to those fellas, man, for the contributions. Really appreciate it. What we were talking about here, the belts. Yeah, listen. Don't you guys agree that if we were in a perfect world and if Devin Haney had balls, he would go, you know what? Fuck the belts, dump them all, and make a statement and say, I'm the champ. I make the belts, not the other way around.
Listen, without.
What do you mean if he had balls?
Because he doesn't have the balls to do it right now.
No, we didn't say that about anybody else that had the undisputed belts just until now.
Well, I'm saying it now. I'm saying it now.
So-called undisputed belts.
I'm saying
and the
it
main
now.
belt we really want people to drop is the franchise.
I'm saying it now. I'm saying it now. I'm saying it now. Dump the belts. Make a statement. Stand up for the people.
You know what would happen if he did that? If he threw them all in the trash.
This is the only way he can fight him.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hey, Chavo, you're interrupting. You're interrupting Jimmy. What's the matter with you?
Oh, no. All right. I was just going to say, honestly, let's just be honest. If he did do that, took them belts, said, fuck these fees, I'm the champion, everybody knows it, and shoved them in the trash, everybody would run up to fight each other for those fucking vacant spots.
Exactly.
We all know it's true. You know what I mean? Which is slimy. But BDA, I feel your pain. Mr. BDA has a serious problem.
And
with
they make a bunch of,
and he's 100% right for the reasons why, too. I just wanted to say.
Yeah, Chavo, you got to put it into perspective. Devin Haney is playing their game, and he's going to be shelling out six figures for all those belts every time he fights.
You're going to have to play the game to fight the people you want to fight. He's taking those sacrifices. We talking about people daring to be great. This is what he's been doing. That's why he signed up to fight him twice. In Australia.
You don't get it. You don't get it.
Lomachenko would never fight him without those
You're
belts.
not getting the bigger picture here.
Never be a talk
you don't
of
get
him
the bigger
fighting
picture.
Lomachenko.
You don't get the bigger picture. You don't get the bigger picture. Hold on. Kenshiro. You don't get the bigger picture here, Chavo. If he dumps the belt, he's still the lineal champ. He still get the Ring Magazine belt. He makes a statement. He goes. Same thing with Muhammad Ali. So when he supposedly didn't want to go, he doesn't want to go the belts. He tells the people, "Look, I'm not gonna play your game. I'm the champ. I make the belts, not the other way around." Why? I don't understand why.
He tried to do that before, and people saying he was unproven. No one wants to fight him. What does he have that I want? They play that game. It's always a game until you have all the belts and you are the guy.
But that's the thing, though. But that's he even said
it was a bunch of talk before that. I remember coming on the same panel, people saying George Campbell's going to and then later on people saying, I just overestimated George Campbell.
Before that, he had the WBC trash belt, and he said, "Well, I'm the champ. Now he's starting to understand, though. You might not understand it, but he's starting to understand because now he's saying the WBA Super Champ, what the fuck is that? That's a trash belt. So now he's starting to understand.
He was saying they were all trash.
Oh, excuse me.
What are y'all going to say now? That's what he's saying.
Excuse me. Chavo, you keep trying to talk over me.
I know.
Chavo, you keep trying to talk over me. It's not, I'm going to talk over you. No one's listening to. No one's going to hear what you got to say. So you got to have a little patience. I'm going to let you talk. What I'm saying is, he realizes that he had a trash belt. That's what he's admitting now. So if he's going in the trajectory that I hope he is, the logical one, he's going to start realizing at some point, he's going to look at his bank account. He's going to go, why am I shelling out six figures for something that doesn't really make me the champ? Now, you're saying that the other guys aren't going to go fight him. That's speculation. That's speculative. Now, you're basing this on the fact that nobody really wanted to fight him beforehand, supposedly. But the reason why people really went all that hard to fight him was because he didn't really have much. He didn't have a real belt. He wasn't the champ. We all know 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 the champ.
This is exactly what I'm saying.
So now that he beat Kambosos, he's got something. He doesn't need the belts anymore.
Oh my God, no. People were saying they overestimated Kambosos. They was like, well, I just thought he was better than that. Kambosos needed a different game plan. They're not talking about what Haney did. They're talking about what Kambosos didn't do. That's what they're talking about. It's always going to be something. So you hold on to everything. Say something now. They just sound like they hate him. Well, I just think he should throw away the belts now that he wants them.
I just think he should do this Haney, bro, because the style advantage. I don't even know what you're saying. You keep bringing up the panel. I was on the panel that day, so I don't know why you keep saying this nonsense.
Yeah, Chavo, you're speculating. You're saying, Chavo, you're speculating. You're saying, Chavo, you're
speculating.
Hold on.
No
Chavo,
one wanted to fight him.
Chavo, you're getting very emotional, man. You got to calm down. Jeez Louise. Look, you're speculating. You're saying, well, if he dumps the belts, people are going to fight.
How am I speculating? Okay, show me where they do want to fight.
I'm explaining. If you stop interrupting, I'm going to explain, Chavo. Take a chill pill, please. You're getting very emotional, and that's something we got to keep it civil here. Everyone's staying cool and open last Friday. You're the only one that's fucking losing your shit here. Come on, man.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
You think you can relax? Okay. What I'm saying is the speculation is that you're saying, well, if he dumps the belts, people are going to find excuses not to fight him. That's the speculation. He's the man. He's got Top Rank behind him now. They know what they're doing with him. So if he dumps, you know what? Okay, let's compromise. Let's say he doesn't dump all the belts, because these guys. I understand they're afraid of getting out of the plantation. They don't want to lose those.
But we're speculating on something he's not going to do.
They're doing it the old way. They're doing it the old way, right? Let's say he dumps 2 belts. At least then he can. Would you agree that even without 2 belts, he would still be that champ, and people will still have to fight him?
I agree. Before the belts, he was that guy. That's just me. I'm not signing these contracts. I'm not signing these contracts for these guys to fight at all. I just want to say, I believe Theo was going to beat Loma when he beat him. I never believed that guy was the guy. That's other people's beliefs. I guarantee you, a lot of y'all believe Loma's that guy.
I think Tank's that guy, to be honest.
Okay, now the conversation's starting to change. This is good.
Now Devin Hayes got the belt.
But even at ESPN, you're talking about ESPN got behind him. No, they're behind Vasily. He's been on this pound for pound list. I have no clue why.
Are you serious? Are you serious? You don't know why they're behind him, dude. Let me just say something. You want to know why behind him?
I didn't say I didn't know why they're behind him. I know why they're behind him.
You just said.
But I'm saying I don't know. I don't know.
Well, hold on, Jimmy.
Go ahead, Jimmy. It's an agenda. That's why they behind him.
What's
but
the
let
agenda?
me hear your reason.
Well, maybe because he's the first person to win 3 titles in 3 weight classes in 12 fights. He's the first person to fight 11 current or ex-world champions in 17 fights. His competition, not only did he beat him, he was making champions quit, all right, on their stool or come out and just make up hand injuries. To say that, to denounce his achievements.
What happened with Salido then?
Listen, let me finish. What do you mean Salido? The 2-time world champion, one of the best inside fighters of this era? Are you serious?
What happened with him? What happened with him?
If you let me finish, you only have to ask me once. You don't have to say that 6 times. I'll tell you exactly what happened. You have a referee who apologized, a narcissistic referee who said it was the worst performance of my life. I should have DQ'd the kid. Well, I mean, he didn't say the DQ'd. I'm saying that because everybody knows you should have. He punched him in the nuts 30 times. Even came in the weight as a welterweight, missed weight on purpose. Because he came in 3 pounds over on purpose.
And all the greats do what? Rematch their losses, right? Why didn't he look for that rematch?
Let me finish. Jesus.
And what happened with Tio? What happened with Tio?
Stop. Jesus fucking Christ.
This guy is nothing. Okay.
Hold on. Hey, Chavo.
Can you mute this guy?
Yeah, I muted him. Hold on. All right, hold on a second.
Jesus Christ.
Hold on a second. Jimmy.
Okay, BDA, what's up?
You guys, stop complaining about how the guys fucking not let anybody finish and just say your point. Finish what you were saying, please.
Yeah, no, it's all I was trying to do. And my point being, he asked about the Salido fight, and I was going to mention that anyways because he mentioned that before. Salido, he acted like, and I guarantee you probably never even saw the fight, has never seen Salido fight. There's nothing of him, but he's going to say it's a loss, and the dude's a bum. Salido was a 2-time world champion, one of the craftiest, dirtiest motherfuckers on the inside.
Everybody's a world champion. No one cares, bro.
You don't care, dude. How about shut the fuck up for a second? Let me finish. Okay?
No rematch. No rematch with Theo. Theo whooped his ass.
Oh my God. Hold on. All right, Jimmy. Let me say this.
You can't say nothing about Devin.
Chavo. You gotta let me finish. Chavo, you gotta let me finish. You mentioned the Salido and Theo rematches. It's pretty clear you don't follow boxing. Lomachenko wanted a rematch against Salido, and Salido said, fuck that, and went away. Same thing with Teofimo
Offered him
Lopez. If you watch the video I did at the end of the year review,
you said
hey Chavo, can you let me finish, Chavo, or please listen? If you take a chill pill,
childish.
If you go to the video I did, the year-end review, you will see in the last segment, it's about the Teofimo Lopez versus Camboso segment. You see all the ways in which Lopez dodged that rematch against Lomachenko. First, he said, first of all, it was Bob Arum who said this fight doesn't need a rematch. So it wasn't Lomachenko that didn't want the rematch clause, contrary to popular belief. Number two, when Loma said, let's do a rematch, Teofimo Lopez said, and he said, fuck Top Rank, fuck Lomachenko. I'm going over for more money with Triller, an unproven company. And he ended up screwing the rest of the year because he wanted more money.
Let me ask you a simple question. You believe he should still
Chavo, what the fuck?
Bro, shut your ass up. You ain't nobody's security guard.
Hey, Chavo, Chavo, why are you so... I got Chavo.
Comedy.
Chavo, why are you so upset here and so emotional? Because we don't.
I'm not upset. I just asked you a question.
Because we disagree. Because we disagree with you. You're acting very. You're acting. Listen, Chavo. No one else is interrupting but you, which it's indicative of a guy that's highly emotionally charged, and that's why you're not using your head. You got to think clearly in life. Otherwise, you're going to get into a lot of trouble. And that's the other thing I wanted to ask you though. You said that there's an agenda over at ESPN. Could you break it down for us? What's the agenda with Lomachenko? Chavo, you still there, man?
Hello.
Are you still there, Chavo?
Yeah, can you hear me?
All right. What's the agenda with ESPN? You said.
Hello.
All right. Now he's pretending he doesn't hear us.
said the agenda with ESPN.
No, I asked you 3 times.
Oh my God!
I asked you 3 times and you pretended not to listen. So we're gonna move on to something else. Hold on a second. Somebody else donated the super chat here. What the fuck? No, I forgot. I can't find it anymore. All right. Anyway. All right.
So he's not going to answer your question then, right? All right.
He's not going to answer the question. All right. Listen.
BDA, can I add to that?
Sure. He's muted right now.
When Loma tried to rematch Salido priced himself twice and then ended up losing 2 times after pricing himself out.
I mean, I'm telling you, there's for some reason Lomachenko really draws the ire of certain people. I don't know why. It's
wonder why. Yeah.
He's a slick white guy. You can't have a slick white guy.
They can't. It drives people like him crazy, and that's the God's honest truth.
It's a fan-friendly style.
Lomachenko has one impressive resume and a great amateur record as well, man. Come on, man.
Thank you.
I actually like Loma, but I'm glad he lost against Salido.
He fought for a title in his second fight and won one in his third. Like, no one's doing that shit. There's only one other guy that has matched that.
Nobody should be doing that shit as a point.
What happens if, just think about this, guys. What happens if Haney would have fought Salido back then, his second pro fight? Just think about that.
Right. No one should be getting a world title in their third fight.
Hell no.
Hey, did you see who Devin Haney was?
If you can do it, why not do it?
Right. I mean,
because it comes from a place of privilege. Why do certain fighters get a fucking shot at a title in their second fight, and other fighters have to come up the hard way like everybody else? It makes 0 sense.
Wait. You
make it seem like he didn't have an amateur
Every other fighter that doesn't have a big promotional backing, bro.
Oh, stop, dude. They fight fucking 10 or 20 bums, and then they get a title shot.
But that's how it works, because everybody pays the same fucking amount of money to fucking get ranked like everybody else. But not everybody else has fucking... That is the hard way. That's the way it's supposed to be. Life, everything in life is supposed to be earned, not given.
Gold Olympic fucking medals. That's how
Lomachenko's a good fighter and all. Don't get me wrong, but he should have earned his shot just like everybody else.
He got shit handed to him and still got handed L's.
Still got handed L's. Yeah, no. Yeah, handed L's.
They wish they could wash that shit away so bad.
No,
it is what it is.
We don't agree with it. We don't live everybody through fighters, dude. Right. Because we don't live vicariously through fighters, dude. We don't get that emotional.
You said something about slick white fire.
Hey, check out this is the guy that Devin Haney was fighting. This is the guy that Devin Haney was fighting in Mexico in a hardweight place. And I think it was something. I mean, I don't understand why it was like the Mexican. The Mexican. It was the Mexican. The Mexican. It was the Mexican. What's his name? The guy from Howard Stern there. Beetlejuice. It was the Mexican Beetlejuice. Look at this. This is the guy. This is the guy that Devin Haney was fighting. This is the guy that Devin Haney was fighting in his third fight, man. Or no, maybe it wasn't his third fight. It was the fucking fight. Hey, listen, that was the thing there. That's right. This is the guy. This is the guy that Devin Haney was fighting. This is the guy that Devin Haney was fighting. This is the guy that Devin Haney was fighting at a taco shop in Mexico. Look at that. Why wasn't he fighting Salido in his third fight?
That's the hard way. He earned it the hard way. He fought fucking random Mexicans in a fucking restaurant the hard way.
And I know the
conversation gonna be when Devin beat him.
All right,
is it gonna be the layoff or is it gonna be Loma was too up? What is it gonna be?
Again, more speculation, more speculation from Chavo. Yeah. More speculation. That's all this guy does. Well, what if? What if? What if?
Will it be no? I'm saying if he does beat him, what will y'all say?
What if? What if?
This way, we know the opposite.
Classic spin doctor.
I'll give y'all what I'll say if Loma beats him. I want to know what y'all say then. Real shit.
I'm picking Haney to beat Loma. You're acting like people on the panel don't do that. You're insane.
Well, I wouldn't say he's insane. I just say he's highly emotional.
He's insane, man.
He's highly
emotional. He keeps spinning narratives, using fallacies, different types, man. It's really annoying.
I'm not. I just asked if Loma beats Haney, what will y'all what will I say? And then if Haney beats Loma, what will y'all say?
A third time.
I'm just asking. It's scenarios. God damn, you that.
Like, holy shit.
Hey, Chavo, you can't ask.
We'll never hear from you again.
But hold on a second. It's hard. Chavo. Listen, fellas. It's kind of hard to ask. Chavo, it's kind of hard for you to ask questions when you won't even let people answer them. This is what you do, Chavo.
Bro, everyone's talking at the same time.
I'm trying to give you some etiquette classes here.
Okay, well, you answer the question. I'm trying
to give you some etiquette lessons here.
I'm trying
to give you some. Here's what Chavo does. Okay, so what are you guys gonna do? What are you guys gonna do? What are you guys gonna do if Haney? I mean, if I beat Haney and Haney beats Loma? I mean, Loma beats Haney. And then someone's going to answer. He goes, because you guys keep saying that, oh, fuck, man, we can't fucking answer questions when you keep on talking.
Can you answer it now? Like, we're going on 30 minutes about something. Like...
I'm going on 45 minutes because, listen, it's hard to talk with you when you're on speed or whatever it is that you're on, man. I don't know what it is, but we got to set some ground rules here. If you ask a question, Chavo, you gotta put the emotions aside and let the other people answer. That's all I'm saying. Otherwise, we live by our rules. Otherwise, it's total chaos. That's what I got to say about that. And I didn't understand.
Will have hell in the room, but you can never get no dialogue with what's repping this guy in the room. Oh my god!
All day. That's the thing, man. We're getting it all today here, man.
Somebody just asked a question.
Well, ask the question. We didn't hear it the first time.
How you gonna act?
How you gonna act? Listen to these questions,
bro. So you didn't just repeat the question back to me and say this is what Chavo does.
I didn't get the question. The point is that your question was all over the place. Ask it normally.
Okay, well, I'm going to ask the question again.
Yeah.
What are y'all going to say when Devin beats Loma?
I'll never call the show again. I'll open up my wrist in a warm bath.
Oh, wait a minute. Well, listen, it depends.
Does that get you happy? Can we move on from this bullshit now?
Well, it depends. Listen, it would depend on how he beats him. If he clutches his way to the 12 rounds, and then they give him a robbery decision. I mean, am I supposed to give him credit for that?
You said if he does, right?
It depends. You are going to live stream that suicide for the show, right, Jimmy? For the good of race.
Oh, come on.
Said if he does, right?
I mean, listen, we're not gonna I think Jimmy was being a little bit carefree there with his words. Obviously, Jimmy's never going to leave us. He deserves to stay here. Like Floyd Mayweather said about Tank Davis, he's going to stay here forever.
If he does what?
Hold on a second. Shout out to Rafael Garza for his contribution with the super chat. He says, Lomachenko is another daredevil in boxing. Why did Loma fight for a world title in his second fight? Well, why did Evel Knievel attempt to jump the Grand Canyon? That's right. But the all-time greats take all-time great risks. That's the way they do it. Shout out to SSC for his contribution with the super chat. He says, So who's gonna be the fighter of the year? We got away from that discussion for sure, man. Shout out to SSC and shout out to Carlos Mendoza, hashtag SBG. Okay, I don't even know what the fuck hashtag SBG is. And he says LDBC equals emotional damage, Fury King of Wakanda. Well, there you go. Shout out to Carlos Mendoza for his contribution to Super Chat. And don't forget to hit the like, fellas. Hit the like. Really appreciate it. All right. Well, listen, we've got Rybrid jumping in here. Rybrid, are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
All right. Listen, I don't know if you can see the screen I'm sharing here. I've got Fighter of the Year here. Speculating here. It's just Who do you think is going to be the Fighter of the Year 6 months from now?
You know what? It could be Spence. Better be, because Spence, if he beats Crawford, he would have took out Ugas, became unified and undisputed in the same year in a tough ass division. Better be if he fights Bivol sometime this year and becomes undisputed. So, those are also Crawford too. I don't know. It's a lot of people that could be Fighter of the Year, but are you asking me who's Fighter of the Year so far?
No. Who do you think? Who do you like? Depending on how things move.
Yeah, I got those two. Better be or Spence or Crawford.
It's gonna be Spence.
Jeez, Louis, that's
I think he's right too. I think if those three guys do those fights and any of them win, they'll definitely get it.
Yeah. You know what? You know what, man?
If Usyk fights Fury and beats him, that's another argument too.
Hey,
but that only been one fight. Sorry, BDA, go.
Well, Blue Collar Sports TV is bringing up a choice that everybody missed. Clarence Shield. Clarence Shields. She might be the Fighter of the Year, depending on what he does.
Say who?
Clarence Shields.
Clarissa.
Well, I mean, that's what she's called. That's what she called. Give it a couple of years. We'll see what happens. Hey, by the way, shout out to Bray for his contribution to Super Chat. He says, Chavo lives vicariously through fighters. That's why he's so emotional. Grow up. All right, shout out to Bray. Chavo, since he's addressing you, you got the privilege of answering back to him. Anything else you want to say to Bray?
No, the fuck.
Right. Shout out to Bray for his
Can I suggest a Fighter of the Year, guys?
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah.
David Benavidez, right? I bet you it ain't Canelo.
I mean, you're gonna talk about Benavidez hiding at 168.
I'll be honest. I mean, I did consider Benavidez, but
of course you did.
Oh my god!
Because I'm a measured, sort of rational, pragmatic character. Obviously,
fanboy.
I chose another fighter. I chose Bivol simply for the fact he completely derailed the Canelo hype train. So respect for Bivol. Bivol's my man. There you go.
That's a good criteria.
You guys understand what hype train? You guys understand hype train means a fighter hasn't accomplished anything and he's just hyped up, but he hasn't accomplished. You can't call someone a hype train who's won that many titles in a unified division. That's not hype.
Someone can be overrated and be overrated at the same time.
You can be overrated, but listen, the traditional hype job that's been around boxing for fucking decades, and it's always been a dude who's just been hyped up by everybody.
He don't have to be your traditional hype job. This is. You mean like
he's not a hype job, but he is overrated.
And now he's resorted to fighting 40-year-olds to rebuild his reputation. So there you go.
If the hype train's been derailed, why does every channel that keeps talking about Canelo? They can never shut the fuck up about Canelo.
I did enjoy the
he's the face of boxing, isn't he? Who are we supposed to talk about?
I did enjoy the Canelo Triple G press conference. Both of them acting like it's 2017.
These channels talking about literally everybody.
Both of them are stuck in a time machine, pretending anybody gives a fuck about the fight. I mean,
he should. You know what? Canelo should fight. Canelo should fight David Lemieux, man. I think that would be a good move for him. I think that would be a great fight. you get all the people talking about that fight. Let me tell you, man.
17-1 underdog.
There you go.
Right.
Hey, by the way, speaking of that fight, Triple G versus Canelo, that rubber match. Heyman Knights posted a nice little. He posted a nice little tweet here. fuck. Hold on a second. I'm trying to put on the page here, but it says fuck. Okay, let me expand here and I'll show it to you guys. This is from Haymanites, another one of his photoshops there, and he says he's got Leonard Ellerby there. His Nostril Dumbass predicts Canelo Triple G3 pay-per-view will bomb. Yeah, apparently this guy is saying that the pay-per-view will bomb. Now look, whatever you may think of the fight itself, the Golovkin's 40 years old, Canelo's a hype job, blah, blah, blah. From a business perspective, it's the biggest fight of the year. Why is Leonard Ellerby going completely against the grain? Why is he going completely... Hold on. Let me finish my question. Why is he going completely against the grain and saying that it's going to bomb? Like, in other words, for it to bomb, wouldn't it have to do like 300,000 views? Yeah.
The Eddie Hearn
You
thing.
don't know that, though. It could. But the numbers that they gonna put out is gonna say Canelo did great.
Listen,
they never gonna tell you he bombed.
He actually, that same dude, Haymanites, puts out a perfectly good explanation on that too. Right now, the DAZN, they got that cash infusion, but they're wooing other investors, meaning they're searching for other people with hundreds of millions. A spokesman for that company can't go on television, tweet out in writing or verbal, and lie about gross earnings. They can't do that. If they go on and say, I sold 600,000 pay-per-views, and then an investor invest money and found out that thing only sold 100,000, they would face tens of millions in fines. They can't do that. Some of these investors. So that's the reason why, if they're going to say numbers, they're not lying about the numbers they're putting out for that reason only with that. But listen, I'm fucking not big for that fight. I thought that fight should happen years ago, but it's still going to put up more pay-per-view numbers probably than any fight this year.
Well, that's the thing, though. But that's the thing, though.
I mentioned that earlier, too.
For the people that are saying that it might not do well, but if you had to bet, would you bet that it's going to do well or that it's going to bomb? Like
average. I think it's going to do average.
What's doing well?
I don't think it's going to do crazy numbers. I don't think it's going to bomb either, like in the trash can.
Okay, well there you go. That's what I'm saying.
If you look at Pavel's numbers with Canelo, it was 120,000 domestic pay-per-view buys in the United States, but new subscriptions on that day were 520,000 new subscriptions the day of the fight.
It's
so
hard to compare.
It's hard
to compare, isn't it?
No, it is in certain ways, but when you add that into, like, that was the biggest subscription day they've ever had. Like, that was huge. So if you think that's $99, right, for the year, or unless they just bought for the fight too, that's even more money. It'd be better if they did it for them that way. So there's ways they can calculate it, and it's his fight with Eddie Hearn. This is him going against Eddie Hearn. The reason why. What did you say he said his name was? I haven't seen that yet. Did you say Nostril Dumbass?
That's right.
Oh my god!
All right, now let me go back to the Fighter of the Year here thing. All right, because again, this does involve a lot of. If you move one piece of what could happen with one fighter, it affects what the other thing happens. For example, I didn't put Tyson Fury here because he claims to be retired, but let's say he comes back, which I expect him to come back at some point. I don't know if about this year, but let's say he comes back this year. Let's say he beats the winner of Joshua Usyk, whomever it might be. What do you guys think? The fact that he beat one of the number one contenders there in Dylan White, and then he beats the next best guy, is that a shoo-in for Fighter of the Year for Tyson Fury?
Yep, definitely not.
That's potential because people forget Dylan White was on a winning streak.
Exactly. I don't know. It depends.
He might get the nod.
Dylan White.
For me, no, that's not worthy of it.
Yeah, no. You said shoo-in. Hell no. I think if Spence beats Crawford, that is a shoo-in. Definitely.
Exactly.
Has to be.
You're talking about a fight of. We're talking about Hagler Hearns. We talking about that? No. Especially after a car accident, champion after champion. No.
Well, that brings me to the next one.
I'm gonna hop off, man. Thanks for having me, bro.
All right, thank you for dropping by, man.
Thank you for dropping by. Best fight. This is why I said, right, if you compare all these guys and say, okay, give them all their best fight, and let's just say hypothetically they win, right? Who would have the best year? That's why I picked Usyk. Obviously, is it likely that he'll face AJ and then Fury? I don't know. Just like we don't know if Spence and Crawford are going to fight. But I'm saying if they all had that fight that needs to be made, if they all get that fight and they all win, who's the clear number one guy? I think it's Usyk. That's just me, though.
Okay, I can agree with that because Usyk is being two live heavyweights, and he's a cruiserweight. So
and he's
I agree with
smaller guy and undisputed. You know? That's my rationale.
He's not going to fight Fury. He's probably
that's why I said
Joe Joy.
Oh yeah. He's not going to fight Fury though. Yeah, he's not going to fight Fury, and he won't beat him. So.
Hey, shout out to Carlos Mendoza for his contribution to the Super Chat. He says Triple G vs. Canelo 3 sells more
He's not going to fight
than
because Fury is not going to fight you.
Hey, guys, please, let me just read the Super Chat here.
That's a fact. Usyk don't get him out of bed, I don't think.
Jeez, Luis,
but
let
if
me read the
Usyk
Super
dominate
Chat.
AJ or something like that, I think that would get him out of bed.
Jimmy, thank you. Let me read the Super Chat real quick. Shout out to Carlos Mendoza, says Triple G vs. Canelo 3 sells more pay-per-view than Spence versus Bud. Yeah, I can see that happening, man. I can see that happening. Maybe. All right. By the way, I wanted to say we got Boom Boom dropping by, and we got Logical Man on the same panel for the first time. Boom Boom drops by when Logical Man's here, not the other way around. Boom Boom, we gotta settle this, man. When are we gonna hold a debate over at Second Renaissance?
I'm just kidding.
Boom Boom, we doing it. Hey, I really want What's Rapid though, man. Now, that's the guy I want.
What Rapid? He's got his
can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead, Boom Boom.
What's up? Boom Boom Guy, LDBC. I heard a bunch of nonsense. I'm at work about to clock out. So much nonsense. White rappers are fucking, I don't know what. I can't take that guy serious. He's an internet gangster. I hate when people name drop and racial slurs on the internet. But besides that, let me answer the question. If Terence Crawford beats Spence, he will be the only two-time undisputed champion in the four-belt era. He will be fighter of the year. And I would say this: if he doesn't win, if Devin Haney goes to Australia and knocks out Cambosa, I would give Devin Haney fighter of the year. Only a knockout.
Hold on, LDBC. Hold on, Boom Boom. You completely dodged. I saw what you did there. You completely dodged the Logical Man's the question. When are we doing this Second Renaissance debate, man? What's up with that?
Don't take Logical Man serious. Let him debate White Rapid. I don't take Logical Man serious. He names call. I'm 6'4", 230 solid. I work out. I seen how Logical Man looks. If I meet this guy in person, come on, man, he would have a totally different tone, and that's why I don't take him serious. Don't be an internet gangster.
Let me tell you,
you can't do nothing like that.
Don't be an internet gangster. Don't be an internet gangster. You can't be one of them.
Let me tell you some facts, bro. I'm 6'2", 245 pounds, bro. I'll beat your ass.
All right, look.
That's the internet. I'm thinking about boxing, dude. I would see you my boxing videos, bro. This shit you looking at, look, bro. First off, you got emotional about physical shit, when we're supposed to be debating logically over your.
I'm about to say, bro, we're on a whole different conversation. We're on the internet, so nobody's fighting.
Exactly. Bro,
no, what I'm saying is,
unless somebody has some power is punching motherfuckers through screens. Teach me.
That's what I do. What I was saying is, let me respond. Damn, you've been on here all day. Let me respond. So what I said is, I don't like internet gangsters. When I come on here and talk, I don't name call. I don't drop racial slurs. I got friends that's white, Mexican, that's Loma fans, and we have a fun debate. But when you get on here and name call, you make you look weak, and you a fat bum. I see you. So that's it. That's why I don't respect you. Debate white.
Oh shit!
Wait, who are you? Wait.
Hey, hold on. Let the Logical Man respond. Let the Logical Man respond. Go ahead, Logical Man.
Okay, BDA and Jimmy. Let me. This is why I tell you guys. You see what he went to? He just like What's Rapid. We want to debate on him talking about stepdaddies and all this bullshit, but he talk about left fight and you fat and all this. Bro, you never seen me in reality, bro. You see, bro, I don't even see you. You don't have videos, bro. You're the weirdos that don't show your face when you talk about me. I show my face. Guess what? Out here in the real world, retard, you know who I am. I don't know who you are. You say what you want to say. You see me. I don't see you. Understand that.
Internet game.
I can lose. I can
so basically on here,
I talk about real issues.
Because I hate when I talk to you, the conversation just goes left. So let me respond to that.
Right, I'm like, can we get back to boxing?
No, we can't actually. It's open like Friday. No, hold on. It's open like Friday, man. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So when I get on this show, I'm here. I don't know how you look. I don't know how you are. I know what you talk. So when you go to name calling, I neglect that. When I get on here, I want to hear a boxing conversation. I want you to stand on your point, pick your fighter, tell me why they good, tell me why they bumming. That's it. So don't go anywhere else. So back, logical man, I'm done with you. Let's go back. Devin Haney.
Okay,
I want to ask
okay,
you
wait.
this. If
Let me,
Devin
okay,
Haney
if we're,
knocks
okay,
out,
if that was, hold on. If that was your, hold on, if that was your closing statement, if that was your closing statement against Logical Man, then let me just say this. I've seen about 3-4 people going at Logical Man now, and only one of them has been willing to do a debate with him. I don't know what it is about the Logical Man, but when he finally offers up an avenue for debates, there's always an excuse. Well, I don't deal with guys like him. I would beat the shit out of him, and that's fine. That's fine. And that's
I didn't
fine.
say that. I said you would talk different. Like that's only when you name call it. Like don't do that.
All right.
Yeah,
we here to debate.
But dude, you said, man,
That's
this
not
motherfucker
logic.
always starts name calling, then call him a fat dude. I mean, he's like literally right after you said that.
That's my response. That's my response. What are you talking about, Jimmy?
You
Don't come
guys
on
see
here
what
and
I'm
just start
talking
calling
about?
people names.
Dude, hey, BDA and Jimmy, bro.
BDA,
When we
I
had
asked
our
you a question.
debate, what was it based off of? Was it based off looks or something logical about him, by his stepdaddy and him in the hood?
You ain't
not
logical.
talking about looks, bro. He
You did a
cannot
whole
defend
video.
him on that type of
I
thing.
was
He
a
wants to
caller.
talk about physical stuff. He's just like these thugs at the gas station that get emotional and upset.
Yep.
Well, I'll fight you,
I'm
I'll
a
beat
thug.
you up. Bro, that's nothing to do with the
No,
conversation.
I'm an alpha. I wonder why this fucking beta is talking to me like this. That's what I was saying. But
Y'all
BDA,
think you're lying.
ask you a question. Yeah, ask you a
What's
question.
close
Because
with me
BDA,
when
I
it
know
comes
that
to
you're real
masturbation?
biased toward Devin Haney. I'm trying to get it back to boxing. No one wants to talk about
Hey,
this
this isn't just about boxing. This is about everything else. But anyway, listen.
Exactly.
If you guys listen,
He
boom,
loves Mandingo fights. He didn't like Mandingo fights.
boom. If you
But
don't,
BDA,
all right, boom. If you don't want to debate the Logical Man and you want to jump out, you want to run away from
I
that
don't.
as fast,
I said I don't.
okay. But that's what I'm saying. If you want to run away from that as quick as possible, I'll acquiesce and I'll help you out, and I'll keep Logical Man away from you. But if you ever change your mind and you want to jump on the Second Renaissance and do a debate with him, we can always do that, man. Because I think you both of you guys have something special here, and you just don't realize it. It would be very, 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 very entertaining.
If I do a Second Renaissance, it'll be on my topic, and I don't want Logical Man on it. I'll talk about
Look at this guy.
something,
He's
something more
scared.
logical.
Hey,
He's not logical, man. Hey, so every time you try to get it back to boxing, this guy comes on. He's a clown.
I'm gonna say this,
boxing channel.
Okay, whoever this fool, this dude does not.
Everyone gets to talk back to
he wants to get on someone else's channel and change the subject and say as he wants.
All right. Well, listen. Okay, you
What
guys
are you
said it.
talking about?
You guys said it all. Let's get okay. Then let's bring it back to boxing. Then. All right. We were talking about Devin Haney. Now, fuck. What were we saying?
No, I wanted to ask you a question because you are very. I noticed you've been very biased against Devin Haney, which I like it. I like that Devin Haney brings all this hate out, like Loma does with a lot of LDBC. So I'll admit that. But what I'm saying is, if Devin Haney gets a knockout in Australia against Cambosa, will you put him as fighter of the year?
No.
Fighter of the year. Okay, well then that depends though. I can't answer that question. Look, if it's him knocking him out, and everyone else, I'm talking about Spence, Fury, Beterbiev, Bivol, they all do shit before the end of the year. Well, then I guess I would have no choice if everyone else does shit. But I have a hard time believing that from here on in, Bivol, Spence, Inoue, Chocolatito.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the probabilities that someone's gonna do something big.
You can give him knockout of the year for sure.
Let me clear it now because you don't know how the knockout's going to be. But let me clear some stuff up. Arthur Beterbiev is not fighting Beagle. Bob Arum already blocked it. They don't want to do business with each other. He's fighting Anthony Yardy in-house fight.
So what?
And then
Beagle could still be Ramirez, and that would be 2 better wins than 2 wins against Cambosos.
And
Well, I like
Bob badmouth something doesn't mean he's blocking. That's just him, Bob. He does that, but then he'll turn around and make the fight. It's all about the money.
Well, here's my thing. About that. Yeah, that's the thing, though. But that's the thing, though. Like, listen, Bivol, Beterbiev, we'd all love to see the fight, but I understand why, and I'm not justifying it. But I want to explain. I want to really make that clear. I'm not justifying it. What I'm explaining is, we all know Top Rank. They're in the business. Bob Arum, who still controls Top Rank in reality, he's probably looking at this fight and going, this fight's not going to do anything. It's 2 guys that don't speak English. Who cares about the stylistic matchup? He's looking at it from the point of view of that's 2 foreigners. They don't speak English. It's only going to appeal to the hardcore boxing fans. Fuck it. Let's do a Yardy in England where they can actually get a crowd over there. Am I wrong or?
And let me say this. Let me say this. Bivol just beat Canelo. He's at the height. People who don't know who Bivol is know this is the guy who beat Canelo. Better be 100% knockout rate. Just killed Joe Smith Jr. This is the right time to make it. There's no other bigger time than now.
Yeah, but don't
Mr.
you agree?
BDA is 100% on the money. That's exactly what this is. He'd want him to go to England, drive up some more fan base behind there, get his name even more out there. He just wants to build a fight up a little more. That's all.
Which I disagree with. But I think I'm explaining his position as a fucking guy that cares about he cares all about the money.
Pragmatically.
Yeah, pragmatically, exactly. Thank you, Jimmy. All right, so listen, I mean, we'll see what happens. But look, if Haney beats, apparently Kambosos thinks he's got a good shot of beating Haney in the rematch. For that, he would have to develop a guard, head movement, body shots, and I don't think he's gonna develop all of that for the rematch.
Another question, BDA.
Right, but hold on, I'm talking here.
BDA.
Hold on, I'm talking over here. I'm talking over here. What's the matter with you? I'm talking. Jeez Louise. Is this guy kidding me or what? Are you kidding me or what? Are you kidding me or what? Are you kidding me or what? And now I lost my train of thought.
I'm trying to ask you a question.
And now I lost my train of thought because you kept trying to ask me a question. What's the matter with you, Boom Boom?
What? Hey, I didn't hear you talking, but my question is,
go ahead.
Do you think the only reason Haney beat Kambosos was clinching? So if there was no clinching, would Kambosos have beat Haney?
Are you asking me two questions? Are you asking me two? Are you asking me two questions or one question? I got confused, man. I'm slow.
That was one question. Without clinching in the Haney fight, who would have won?
That's an interesting. That's why I always say about the clinching. It's difficult to tell. Listen, if the guy's doing it, he's doing it for a reason. Like, fuck. Hold on a second. MMA. Did you just take Slugger Sam's spot? Hold on a second. Sorry about the Boom Boom. I gotta create another invite here. Somebody take the question, please. Somebody answer.
Slugger Sam is a bum. I'm more high IQ, so I deserve to be in the spot anyway. But anyway, listen, Devin Haney would have beat Kambosos without the clinching anyway. His jab.
Hey, MMA. Please change your name to Logical Man.
Yeah. Listen,
you're very logical right now.
It's all right.
Logical Man is a side baby. He's a side baby.
Why are you copying me? Why are you so fucking? Y'all so fucking lame. Y'all some square. Get your own stuff to play. Oh man,
like, bro, MMA is an honorary LGBT.
Bro, y'all LGBT dudes are just, bro. That's why I separate from people, bro. Y'all motherfuckers just weird people, man.
Wait, the question though. Back to the question. Was it clinching or the jab that beat Kambosos?
The jab.
It was both things. Both things.
It's Kambosos not being a very. You didn't see his face. It was the jab.
But BD, they were both clinching, acting, and also if you look at Kambosos' face, you could tell it wasn't just the clinching. It wasn't just the clinching because look at Kambosos' face.
You can look right at his face.
Did the clinching make Kambosos' face like that?
Did you hear the reporter at the press conference? Kambosos said, "I don't feel like I was in a war." He said, "Your face looks like it."
Exactly. Justice for George Floyd.
He got mad as fuck when he said that. He was like, "Yeah, if you was in here too." Like, what? He's a reporter, bro. If you was in here too, I'll beat your ass.
And I want to say this. It's a good reaction. I mean, I like that Devin Haney winning bring out like, oh man, I want to see him lose. Loma get in there. It just builds up the fight better and better.
Me too.
You guys can be
I got serious. Listen, BD.
I can't wait till he win. I couldn't wait till he beat Kambosos. See what they say then.
Listen.
Hey, did you hear Tim Bradley's take on Devin Haney versus Loma?
Yeah, it said as soon as you take them ankles away, it's over with.
Exactly.
Correct.
You take the ankles.
And that's how it's been. That's what he keeps showing.
You know what? That's the interesting thing about that.
His last fight against Kobe, you couldn't even stop the fight. You let it slip out your hands.
It's the interesting thing about that. It's the interesting thing about that is when people say, "Oh, take away the angles." They say that Lopez was taking the angles away from him. I didn't see that. And then once Lomachenko turned it on and actually started letting his hands go, again, clinching. I can't stress that enough. Clinching when the heat gets too high in the kitchen, these guys can't handle it. They start clinching, and so that's to answer the question that Boom Boom asked me: would Haney have won without the clinching? I think he would have, but Would it have been as one-sided? I don't know, because he's clinching for a reason. It's like when
fight.
It's like when guys consistently hit the balls or headbutt. Why are they doing it if it's not an advantage? And Bucho always keeps bringing this point up. Vladimir
It's a
Klitschko.
part of the
Hold on a
game.
second. Hey,
It's a
hold on
part
a
of the
second.
game.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Why do you keep interrupting me? Jeez, Louise.
Veteran move, whether you like
Hold
it or
on,
not.
why are you
Against the
interrupting?
rules.
All right, this guy. Okay.
Whether you like it or not.
Hey, who's interrupting me now? Please. I can get a word in edgeways here. Vladimir Klitschko, he made a career, second half of his career, clinching. When he fought Brian Jennings in the United States, finally, it took 11 rounds or 10 rounds, but the ref finally started warning him and took a point away for clinching. And what happened? He started falling apart. You could see the fear in his face. I'm not kidding. Watch that fight again. So, that's what I'm saying with a lot of this. And a lot of these guys are American fighters with that slick American style. They can't fight on the inside. And when things get too rough, what do? They start clinching. So I can only wonder, what happens if you take away the clinching? Will they start falling apart like old Vlad was falling apart? It remains to be seen. Time will tell. By the way, we got Slugger Sam here. Slugger, you there? Slugger Sam.
Yo,
Fuck, I was trying to get Slugger Sam. Oh, there you go. Slugger Sam, what's up, man?
I'm on the line.
You're on the line, baby.
First of all, let me just say something. I just got put into the greatest channel on YouTube,
Absolutely.
the Boxing Debate Arena. This channel is better than any channel I've seen on YouTube. You know what I mean? And you got these losers from the LDBC that come here and they don't wipe their fucking feet when they come in here and they think they're tough shit. Hold on a sec. I need some fucking water, right? They come in here acting all tough, and they want to tell the BDA and the Bucho and the Gymster on how the fuck boxing goes when they haven't even watched a boxing fight in their fucking lives. All right? Listen, hold on a sec. MMA, you'll get your chance, MMA. Hold on.
Junkie hell out there, course line.
Hold on a sec. Hold on, boom, boom, or
Don't
fucking
get tired from talking.
boom, whatever you tell yourself. Listen, all you did was Google. Hold on a sec, Sonny. I'm talking. All you did was Google Evan Haney pictures, and you started looking at him, and you're like, "That's the guy. That's the fucking guy." But you've never watched a boxing fight in your life, and you're a fucking phony, and you fucking know it. And don't come here acting like
the cannolis out there.
You're talking about me, talking about Devin Haney. The thing is, I mean, BD and Bucho talk about
you fat fucking mook.
They talk about Devin Haney more than me. Like, bro, come on. And I mean, Bucho probably sees Devin Haney.
You're cutting off, MMA. You're cutting off. Fix your mic and we'll get back to you. Shout out to SSC for his contribution to the super chat.
Do you mind if I read the super chat, please?
Go ahead, please. The honor is yours.
He says, "Salute to Slaughter Sam," and then I appreciate it. SSC, you're the man, or actually, I should say BDA's the man, because he runs the fucking channel. And
you're too much.
And like I said, these guys, they come here and they got big mouths on them. I swear to God, I had a fucking screen.
Just read this shit with your dick sucking ass.
Hey, shut your fucking ass up, motherfucker.
Slugger, you're from the tough streets. You're from the tough streets of Canada, right? Like you wouldn't take this type of guff from these guys in person, right?
Streets. Listen, BDA, I got over 700 fights. Over 700. Over 700 fights. Over 700 street fights. How many guys go on
streets of Canada? The toughest thing that Slugger Sam has to deal with was a guy trying to tackle him with a piece of bacon. So stop.
Why does he talk like that? He's from Canada. Where did that accent come from?
Hey, there's Canadians that talk like no. There's Canadians that talk like that. If you listen to what's the name of that?
He's from Northeast.
There's a bare knuckle fighter from Canada. There's a bare knuckle fighter from Canada called fuck. What's the guy's name? He's friends with Roy Jones. This guy, this bare knuckle fighter, and he talks exactly like Slugger Sam. In fact,
you're talking about Peter McNeely.
No, not Peter McNeely. He's not Canadian. What's the matter with you? I'm talking about. Anyway, I'll look the name up. But he's a guy. He's a bare knuckle fighter, one of the best apparently, and he's Canadian. And he talks exactly like Slugger Sam. In fact, when Slugger Sam first called in, I thought it was that guy, and I was asking him, "Hey,
you know what? Actually, BDA, if you remember, I called on the BDA show It was about 2 years ago on June. You had the Mike Tyson show, and you were trying to figure out if Mike Tyson was a rapist. And what did I say? I said he wasn't a fucking rapist, and that Desiree Washington was a cocksucker hoe. You remember?
I
remember
that,
BDA?
yeah.
That's exactly how.
Doug, you're saying, don't you need to take your insulin? Don't you need to take your insulin? I'm just checking up.
May shut your fucking 14-year-old retarded ass up.
Actually,
You still 14, motherfucker. You haven't even had puberty yet, man.
You got all the breath.
And then you'll get out on the channel. Let us grown folks. All right? Now let us grown folks be here. 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 Come on. Get going. Get, boy. Get, boy.
My 600-pound leg.
Get, boy.
All right. Well, listen, I can't really understand both of you. I can't really understand either of you, but I will say this. I don't know if you guys heard the news. I mean, fight. You know, guys, we've had cases where a guy like Adonis Stevenson, despite all the heinous shit he did when he was a youngster, when he had his troubles after the Gvozdyk fight, people, a lot of people stood up in the community and they helped him out. Now Adrian Broner is begging for help. He's panhandling. He's looking for some assistance. And I'm thinking, here's my point of view. On the one hand, these guys, they can spend their money in whichever way they want. And if they fuck it all up, hey, it's on them. But at the same time, do any of you feel an inch of responsibility to try to help him out as much, well, as not as much as you can, but in whichever way possible?
Listen, I don't know if you meant panhandling by asking people for money.
That's what he's doing, apparently.
Are you asking us or the fighters?
Wait, listen. Let's rephrase this. I think we're totally wrong. Because none of us have a responsibility. But at the end of the day, do we feel bad for the situation Broner's in? I think for myself, I'll say yes. Because at the end of the day, he's young and he's from like the mean streets of Cincinnati, Ohio. And when you're growing up in Cincinnati, Ohio, you don't and you get all this money. You got the girls, you got everything.
Because but listen. The reason why I ask is because you see on the screen here. That's Adrian Broner right there in a chokehold, some sort of erotic asphyxiation going on there. That's probably what he's going to have to start doing to get some money. Don't you guys feel? I mean, when somebody has to stoop to that level, I mean, I know it's not our responsibility, but doesn't the Bible say to be the good Samaritan and try to help him out?
But he's not hurting for money. I don't know why y'all keep saying that.
I'll tell you, you guys ever been on Cameo?
No, what he's asking Floyd for is boxing advice. That's why he said in this boxing.
Let Jimmy talk.
I'm sure Jimmy. Go ahead, Jimmy.
Adrian, listen, God's on. This is court, so this isn't like fucking hearsay through Twitter. In front of the judge, his lawyer came up and said he has $32 in his checking account.
Oh, exactly. That was because they were trying to take money from him. You know the game, just like he says.
Jesus Christ! He had $800,000 to a girl. They were ready. They had it. They actually incarcerated him again. He had to do 45 days, and then he got out. Yeah. And then they gave him another date to pay it. And listen, I mean, the court just doesn't take your word for it. They check your finances. And what's going on is him and
there's ways to hide your finances, brother. That's why he kept saying, "I'm making money for my friends." He was spending all this money. He was like, "I got very rich friends." He was making jokes about it, just like Benji said. This is different money we're talking about. We're not talking about you owing the city some money. And they come
so wait a minute, Chavo. Okay, I have to meet the guy. I have Slugger. Let me read a super chat here because the other guy won't shut up. Amok PvP, shout out to Amok, who's on the panel right now. He says, just showing some love. Well, thank you, Amok. Thank you for your contribution with the super chat. Really appreciate it. Shout out to, as well, SSC, I already read that comment. And shout out to Timothy Figueroa for his contribution to super chat. He says, here is my contribution to help Broner out. Well, there you go, Timothy. I'll make sure we wire him that right away. Now, let me just ask something. Well, go ahead, Jimmy. Yeah.
No. I was going to say, I wanted to bring up, I have a hard time feeling sorry for somebody who was flushing $50 bills down the toilet because they weren't big heads. And he's also, Jesus Christ, he's also in the rears, I believe the article said, in 3 kids. So he's being sued for child support. That's why he's telling.
That's why. Would you shut up already, Lionsden?
And that's why he went public and he said he's tired of Heyman holding back his money and he wants his cash. He doesn't want it piecemeal to him anymore, and he wants out of that contract.
All right, now let me get Chavo's perspective here, because he claims there's an alternative theory to that. Chavo, go ahead. You said he's hiding money in mattresses, or what's going on? Chavo, what's your alternative theory here with Broner? You say he's got money hidden away?
I have one. It's what you do when you hide money. You claim you bankrupt. When you don't want to pay bills, claim you bankrupt. Through that whole trial. If he's seen the whole trial, like as he's saying he did, or clips, he probably seen. The judge keeps saying, "Well, we keep seeing you spending all this money here, there, and everywhere else, and there's these bills your baby mama sitting there saying you got all this money." And he says, "Okay, can I finish?" And he says, "Oh, I got very rich friends. They just keep loaning me money." He getting on Instagram, putting money on the floor, spelling out, "I'm broke." Then he's still playing with money, flushing money down the toilet the whole time during this trial, because people really started believing the narrative he was broke.
Hey, Chavo,
he even says to this day, "I got very rich friends."
Chavo, have you been? Please,
type in Adrian Broner. I have very rich friends on YouTube. You will see plenty of clips of him counting hella money saying that.
All right, no filibuster.
So just stop the narrative, dude. Like talking about, oh, he's what he is fucked up in the head. He's not hurt financially.
Hey, Chavo, have you? Chavo, have you?
That's where he's fucked up.
Chavo,
how's this speculation? I just told you, look up the video.
Chavo,
he has money hidden, but he lets him get thrown to jail. He gets sentenced 3 times.
No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. That's how the bro.
What's his name? What's that
So
guy's name?
you're saying that you're saying that he's.
That's not that. Let me ask you this. Do you know who 50 Cent is?
Jesus Christ, man, this is fucking unbelievable.
Yes or no?
I'm talking finance to the guy. I could write out, I'm broke right now in cash that I have here in my house easily, all in hundreds, and I'm not fucking rich.
I'm talking about stacks of 50,000. 20,000, 10,000, not $100 bills.
Right. Okay. Well,
okay.
What I'm getting is, then why is he being taken to court by his baby mamas? Why is he being taken to court on child support?
Why do you keep moving the goalposts? Is he broke, or you asking why does he take care of his baby? Like, stay where you at.
You know what?
Stay there.
Hey, Chavo, let me ask this, man. Let me ask this, Chavo. Let me ask this. Chavo, why do you get so emotional though? I don't get it, man. Chavo, why do you get so emotional? All right. We're not gonna get to the bummer.
Because I stated facts. You came back with what your culture is. That's bullshit.
I started yelling because I wouldn't say.
Hold on a second. All right, jeez, Louis.
All right, BDA.
Why? When I start talking, everyone starts talking at the same time. For some, I think my voice seems to. I'm the Pied Piper. Hold on a second, please.
Yeah, no worries. So my interpretation of the theory was that Adrian Broner's flush with
I gotta read a couple of super chats here. People can't listen here.
As much money as
all right, I had to mute people. They didn't want to do it, but I gotta mute people. No, slug it. I gotta read. Oh, jeez, Luis. I think people can't hear me on the Discord. And some people say, well, you gotta upgrade. I'm telling you, even if we upgrade, it's not gonna work. All right, let me read a couple of super chats here. Shout out to... where is it here? Well, I'll read the first one I see here. The logical SSC says salute to Slaughterman. Okay, we already around. Shout out to the logical man. He says AB's net worth is what he wears. Dude is broke. I mean, listen, I don't. They're saying he says he has got no money. Let me say something about that. Then he says Boom Boom and Chavo the Don go hand in hand. Well, I mean, there's something to be said about that. Shout out to the logical man. Now,
I wonder if the dude that said that got more money than AB.
Well, maybe.
I want to
talk about that because it's an interesting thing. If he's hiding money, he's got about 12 kids or something. So he's
I don't know.
Hold on. Let me finish. Come on.
One at a time, y'all. One at a time.
What up, a VDA? I got the most honest question to ask Quavo. Quavo, how the fuck do you know how much money he's got? Are you like all up in his goddamn head? How you know how much money he got in your dick right?
Because he's flexing online. That's his whole point. He flexes online.
All that internet shit. man.
Most people are
Listen,
broke.
listen, you bummy ass motherfucker. Let me tell you something. Broner buys Louis Vuitton, try and look rich.
You know how much people.
Somebody that can't even spell Louis Vuitton sit here talking about mag because another motherfucker spending their money how they spending it. Well, I can't feel I hate them because he spent some $50 bills down the toilet and I gotta save my money all year just to do one thing and do one thing. Like who gives a fuck, bro? Get off that man nutsack, bro.
Well, hold on a second. Listen,
BDA asked the fucking. We felt sorry for him. That's why we answered with your fucking goofy, childish insults.
This guy. Well, hold on. Chavo is the guy. Chavo is the type of.
5 pounds of pressure between that stupidity, bro.
Chavo is the type of guy that, first of all, he's rooting for Broner to skip on child support payments. That's bad right there, man. I mean, that's to me, that's despicable. He's also probably the type of guy that likes it when his favorite fighters, they do stuff outside the ring, criminal activity. And he'll probably try to justify it. Probably try to blame the man for some reason. Now I want to get back to hold on a second, Jimmy, because I want to get to Furioso. I want to get back to Furioso. I want to get to Furioso who just dropped by. Furioso, what do you think about all this? That these people defending child molesters, rapists, defending people who are skipping a child support payment. What do you think about that, Furioso? What do you think about that?
I just wanted to give my Fighter of the Year award so far.
Oh, okay.
It's only 6 months. We're only 6 months in, so it's as of now so far. Yeah, so don't get all fucking carried away.
Oh, not so far.
Okay, don't get so carried away. Only 6 months in. So my Fighter of the Year goes down to the performance, the spectacle, the knockout. Very important. The knockout, the show. The fact that he hardly got hit. That's another thing. Probably got touched 3 times. He got a knockout. I have to reiterate the word knockout. Okay. All right.
You got me there.
So I'm gonna have to give it to Tyson Fury.
I already know it. God damn it.
Okay.
Do y'all know why Fury can't come back to the U.S.?
No, that's real good.
No, can I just finish? Can I just finish, please? Let me just finish. So obviously put on the best show, the biggest attendance, the best performance, the best knockout, which was with an uppercut. He didn't let that contender that a little run even touch him hardly. So basically he went to work and he didn't sweat. He didn't even break a sweat, the motherfucker.
Don't interrupt Paulo.
As of now, let me just finish. I won't be long, my friend. As of now, he is the Fighter of the Year because he brought, masses to boxing. Masses, yeah. Not like fucking, what's his name? Shakur, Haney. These guys, they don't sell shit. They can't sell 1,000.
Yeah, he's not born. He's not born.
I'm just saying.
I'll give him that.
I'm just saying they can't sell shit. So he brought 100,000 to the meeting. He put on a performance, knockout. He sang. He put on a rock show. You had rap. You had hip hop. Even you niggas in America.
Come on.
A baboon in the chat. LDBC baboon. He's a baboon.
Let me ask you: Did Fury do all those? Did Fury do all those pay-per-view numbers by himself?
On the fucking panel.
Did Fury do those pay-per-view numbers by himself?
No, so up Haney's ass. You can't fucking. You don't know what's happening.
By itself.
So Haney
exactly.
cannot
So that's
know
why
anything.
keep letting him go on this long monologue, and he's lying.
Yes, I'm lying.
They talk shit about
Wilder,
but he hit by himself.
100,000.
No. He talks about
100,000 attendance on the motherfucking knockout. Do you get me, baboon? The baboon on the chat. LDBC baboon.
The Fury Neanderthals in the chat
Still
You
saying
fucking
bullshit.
baboon.
Just dumb knuckle dragging
You
Neanderthal
don't know
shit.
motherfucking
They lying shit.
typical LDBC
Talking about
baboon.
Wilder's highest,
Motherfucking
what was Wilder's highest pay-per-view?
He got 100,000 attendance.
Fury has
Sold
never
out
done a
every
pay-per-view
crowd.
without having done shit.
Sex is on fire.
Fury versus Vlad was a pay-per-view over there in Russia.
You fucking
I just have a simple question. Why Fury can't come back?
One
We're
at a
talking about
time, you
criminal
guys.
acts, right? BDA, we were talking about criminal acts outside the ring. Why can't Fury come back to the U.S.?
Did he commit a crime?
You want to talk about sort of? You want to talk about?
Ain't nobody was talking to you, Neanderthal. Knuckle dragger.
He's been there 4 times and he's knocked you fucking niggas 4 times down.
Hey, Chavo, let me hold on. Chavo, let me say something here. Hey, Chavo, let me hold on. Let me say something. Chavo, let me tell you something. Furioso's African. Why are you calling him? Why are you being racist and calling him a knuckle dragger? Why are you calling him? Well, hold on a second. Chavo, you calling him knuckle dragger because he's from Africa. That's extremely racist. What you're saying, man. Calling him a knuckle dragger because he's from Africa.
Bro, can you answer the question, BDA?
But why did you call him a Neanderthal? I mean, that's racist, man.
In America, you privileged. You fucking cry about shit and you're bouncing around in motherfucking Air Jordans.
Can you please answer the question?
Okay.
Let's talk about the criminal acts. Let's talk about the criminal acts. We're gonna
Let's talk about 100,000 in attendance.
shit.
6-round knockout, uppercuts. A rock show, a rap show.
Oh my god, this dick's
Oh my god.
No one cares about Dillian White the bum. He was a bum.
Oh god.
Wilder avoided to fight him for like 2-3 years.
That's right.
Bro, that's bullshit.
That's why Wilder didn't want to fight him for 2-3 years.
No, that's bullshit. Wilder didn't duck him.
Wilder was ducking him.
Listen,
Wilder not ducking, bro.
He's a
Has Wilder fought him yet?
He picked Fury up off the couch. Like,
it's been 3 years. Has Wilder fought him yet?
Why we argue that dumbass shit?
Why are we arguing that Wilder's the hero when he's not?
All right. Well, listen. I'll say this. We've been over 2 hours. I think I only wanted to do 2 hours, but it was so entertaining. We had to go extra there. I think we learned a lot here. I think we learned that sometimes, listen, some people don't like this open lines format. I like to say I'd like to repeat what Super Sardonic said. This is chaotic democracy. I can't step in here and talk all the time. This is the type of stuff that people like. It's high level entertainment, but it does have to be controlled. I will say that. At the end of the day, there's certainly double standards here about people, covering up for rapists, people that beat up people that beat up the elderly, people that run into people in cars and then leave the scene. So what I'm saying is we gotta keep it like they say, we gotta keep it a buck, as they like to say, and that's the thing that I'm trying to point out here. But at the end of the day, if I may have to say, like I said, the final world. Well, the question is. Hold on a second, please. Okay, to answer your question, Fury has not committed any crime as far as I'm aware of. But I tell you what, I've seen Gervonta Davis run into people and then leave the scene. I've seen Shakur Stevenson beating up on women. I've seen Shakur Stevenson beating up on women. I've seen Shakur Stevenson beating up on women and then claim his fans trying to claim it. So, I mean, listen, if you want to defend people that beat up women, that sell drugs, that run into people in cars and then leave, that's fine. But then don't be surprised the way society is turning out.
Okay,
and if I might say, Luis, why does this guy keep interrupting me? What's going on here? Listen, I'm trying to, listen. Jeez, people keep interrupting me. I'm trying to speak so they can understand and say, keep it a buck, but they don't let me finish. Fellas, we can't go around. No. I had to mute him too. Furioso, please let me finish. I gotta mute people because we're all about to be done. You guys can stay on here. And keep talking, but we do have to go. All I'll say is we're getting the big fights we want, and that's partly the reason why is because We are putting our foots on people's necks, our knees on people's necks, and we're demanding the big fights. And guess what? The promoters are delivering. So, fellas, thanks again to everybody that joined via the panel, everybody that donated with the super chat, everybody that's in the chat here. I'm very happy you guys joined. Don't forget, we're going to be here weekly with the open lines Friday. Every Friday, anybody can join in. And again, chaotic democracy. I can't control it all the time. You guys got to go out at the same time sometimes. And we'll be back on Sunday for the post-fight for JC Bam Rodriguez and Sister Kitsorong Visa. All right, fellas? So that's about it. Like I said, you guys can stay on the Discord. Again, I thank you immensely and infinitely for being on. And we'll catch you on the next one. All right, fellas, take it easy. Thanks for watching.
I was going to make some picks.
Nah, fuck, we're out of time, man. We're out of time. We'll keep talking after the show.